genuinely, after last week of like obviously having the ukulele there and just sitting there and tuning it and like playing a couple of chords, I then the next day spent like 2 hours playing guitar. So I was like, oh, I missed this. I'm gonna play some random stuff on my guitar because why not?
That's excellent.
It's fun.
That worked.
I'm a little disappointed there wasn't a previously on Dungeon World sort of song just to get us all back into.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah.
Jake, are you familiar with the instrument a lap steel?
A what?
A lap steel.
I'm not, but
So
I'm
it's like a guitar.
googling it.
It's a guitar that you lay on your lap, and the strings are really high off the fretboard, and so you use it to slide. It's a swing slide.
Okay, that looks quite interesting.
My father made one, and my
Yeah.
mum, when she came up on Monday, came and delivered it.
Oh,
So
really?
I now have it.
That's quite cool.
So he made one in his workshop. I gave him some instructions about, and some of it's a bit like clean up made because he can't play musical instrument. So some of
Yeah.
it's like a bit he doesn't know quite how to make music instruments.
Yeah.
But it's great. It's really good, and yeah, it's been very fun playing that.
That seems quite neat. I like that.
Cool. Yeah, so when we left off, you had just escaped from a selection of maggots. Well, actually, the maggot squids were all taken care of, and then you dodged this this swarm of fire beetles. Some of you having taken some significant damage, some of you not so much. But some healing went on of varying degrees of success, from what I recall.
Oh shit! I just realised that what character I'm playing in this game. I've forgotten how bad it was.
That's the spirit.
Right.
Did you forget, or was it all just part of the plan for you to forget?
It was, yeah. I had no choice in this character.
Where's the sun?
God.
Yeah, so you are a few hundred feet away from this this firebug swarm at this point. I guess. What do you guys want to do?
Does everyone other than me look a bit hurt? Is that what I'm seeing here? Literally everyone other than me took some.
Yeah, I'm a bit hurt, but I'm all right.
I think some resting. I think getting further away from the firebugs.
Yeah, I think we keep moving. I was wondering if I could attempt to soothe everyone's wounds by playing a hasty retreat song. Or playing some kind of music.
Something to cheer us up as we.
Attempting to weave some arcane music.
My brain just always goes to the Monty Python "Brave for Robin" song. Always. Yeah, if you want to sing us a song, that'd be great.
That's definitely something you can attempt.
Okay. I have to remember what I roll for that. Because it's a roll, isn't it? It's an arcane art.
Mm-hmm.
Roll plus charisma. Well, it's at least something I'm good at. So, we'll see. That is not ideal. So I rolled 8 total.
Nice.
Partial success. So I can heal 1d8 damage. But on a partial success, my magic reverberates to other targets, affecting them as well, or I draw unwanted attention. It's your choice.
Well, I think going on to another target in this situation doesn't really seem.
I mean, I'm personally okay with that.
No, I'm fine with it. I'll go with it. I've rolled a dice here, and that is fine. Yeah, you can heal 2 for the price of 1.
I have rolled a 7. So,
Impressive.
yeah. I don't know who is the most injured, but I target them, and then whoever is next to them also inadvertently gets healed. And I feel proud of myself as I run along.
That
playing,
sounds
think-
like Victor and Max.
I think
right?
I think Dryden is probably the most injured, or maybe Maxwell. We're in a group, right? So the other person should just be random. I think,
Yes.
Who was your initial target? I guess. Edwin?
Who is most injured? What, Maxwell probably?
I believe Maxwell is the furthest from max HP. Yeah.
Yeah, so I will heal Maxwell, and do you want me to roll a dice for the random for the other ones?
You can do a D3
Okay, I'll roll it on here as well.
because you don't have a D3 in person. I assume.
Well, I have a D6, and I could just do it like that, but...
Hey, Dryden it is.
And I just play the Benny Hill theme.
Beautiful.
As we're running away
Yeah, it's
from
fitting
fire.
for the moment, definitely.
I'm kind of proud of how helpful my music is being for this journey, you know.
What's the plan at this point then? Because you are, I mean, although you've gone around these fire beetles, it's not really taking you off course. You've only gone a few hundred yards sort of to the sides. It's not like you are significantly.
Am I right in thinking these fire beetles, they're like very territorial, right? Once we're out of their space, they don't.
Yeah, they're not particularly mobile at all. Yeah, they
So-
tend to wait for prey to come to them rather than going.
So we've not
hunting
got to
themselves,
keep.
yeah.
We've not got to keep running away from them. Really?
No,
They're probably not gonna chase
it's
after us.
you know, it wouldn't be impossible for you to encounter more fire beetles, but encountering those fire beetles,
Yeah.
you're probably
I
fine.
say we head back
Was it?
straight line to where we're going. Then we're going north.
Can I decide? Can I see whether it, or do I think it is unusual to have seen a centaur here?
I will get you to spout lore and see what you know about centaurs.
Yeah.
I guess.
That makes sense. Oh no. Oh, partial success.
Centaurs are they're actually not all that rare. They don't really make themselves known in Centralia itself, but they're known to sort of spend a lot of time in like the forests around there. And maybe even in the desert wastelands as well. Still not unheard of.
Okay. That's yeah. Yeah, I've considered it, and I don't think it was that unusual that a centaur might have stumbled into a fire beetle trap. It doesn't suggest that there's, I don't know, a band of centaurs hunting for, maybe a band of centaur bandits hunting for an unsuspecting party or anything like that. I think
Well,
we can
if they
continue
are,
forward.
they're down one centaur now, so it's fine.
Yeah, true. Very true.
So I say we press on.
Yeah.
I reckon we're just heading north, right, into this wasteland.
Is there any landmarks ahead of us? Hills, mountains.
So far, you have seen nothing but open desert. As far as the eye can see, it's pretty much like the sort of stereotypical lost in the desert sort of movie scene. No landmarks, no hills, no buildings, nothing you have seen so far really, other than a centaur.
How flat is it?
Pretty much entirely flat.
Okay. So if I look out north, how far can I see? Like desert.
You can see about. You can look as you look into the distance. You can probably see about 2 miles ahead before the sort of just the mix of the heat and the horizon and the sort of just sort of begins to blur a little and just make it a little hard to make out much beyond that.
Okay.
But in that sort of like I say sort of 1.5 to 2 miles you can see there is no landmarks at all.
I'm going to attempt to look back in my memory of these ancient texts that I read not all that long ago, and try and remember if there was any mention of any kind of like, I guess like waypoints or like locations that were like markers for the journey up to where we were going.
It sounds like you're spouting law then in that case.
Yeah, I'm real good at that. It's fine. What's int, isn't it? Yeah.
What he's really asking is, what's the spawn rate for the entrance to the dungeon?
Yeah. That would be a 6, which I believe is a
Nice.
fail.
Yeah. I mean,
XP.
it's up to you. Do you not know, or do you just not remember?
I
You make it up.
think. I don't know. I think I possibly just don't know that it possibly wasn't actually in the book.
You were just heading somewhere north.
There was a vague mention of it being up towards the north, and I actually don't know.
The north's a
It
small
wasn't
place,
there, I
yeah.
guess. Yeah, it's only like half the entire world, so like, who knows? So I just proudly stand there. I'm like, "Yep, we're going the right way. Let's go." It's got to be this direction. I read about it. It's got to be this way. Let's go.
Nice. Everyone's happy to follow Edwin's knowledge, I guess. I mean, he seems to know what he's talking about.
He definitely knows something. Yeah,
Son
to
told me
keep
to
following
follow
till
him,
his
so I'll
secrets are
follow him.
revealed. I think.
I feel compelled. No, I don't say for anything. I just follow.
Some of us have less agency in our decisions than others. Yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
Cool. Yeah. So you carry on. You carry on journeying for about 3 hours. You've travelled far beyond what that sort of northern horizon was, and you keep going, and you continue coming across no obvious landmarks at all. Until eventually, I say after about 3 hours, maybe sort of 8 to 10 miles of just walking through this plain desert of nothingness. Finally, there is just like a glint of something on the horizon. And as you get a little closer, you can make out what appears to be a just in the middle of this desert, just on its own, no other landmark still. What looks to be a large free-sailed galleon, a sailing ship, just in the middle of this desert.
Must be a glitch.
I'm not a sailor, but something looks odd about that.
Is it run down? Is it got like a sail on it still, or is it sort of like? Does it look like this may have once been an ocean that's now dried up?
So it has on its 3 masts there are 3 sails, each of which are currently sort of the sails are sort of up, but they look from what you can tell, at least while they are sort of rolled up, they look like they're in pretty good condition. The boat itself actually looks pretty spectacular in terms of condition. Certainly doesn't look particularly aged. It doesn't look damaged in any way you can see.
Okay. And is it?
This isn't real.
Is it vertical, or is it listing to one side? Because obviously a boat on like a flat surface will just fall over.
Yeah,
It
is sat not even in the sand. It's sat perfectly vertical on the sand. Just where the boat at the bottom of the hole where it meets, it's just sort of seems like it is perfectly balanced on the sand.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
This
This smells of magic or illusion. Can I try and discern the reality of this situation?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. What here is not what it appears to be?
The invisible ocean. No. There. Whilst trying to sort of make out the situation of what is keeping this ship sort of perfectly stood up like this, you actually notice that there is what appears to be a staircase, about 15, 20 yards to the east of this ship itself, which just seems to go down into the sand itself.
Sand pirates.
Yeah. Interesting.
Heard about this. I've read about this. I have. These sand pirates is something I definitely know about. I'm telling you.
Pray to the sun and ask for guidance.
Yeah.
What here is evil when a GM tells me honestly? It's my trait. Doesn't say the role or anything.
Oh yeah, your race thing. Yes, sorry. Yes, you're totally right. Yeah. So there, you get the sense that this you get an answer back from the Sun who tells you that this ship it is the forces upon it, like its crew. They are also followers of Cedarmere. And they have been sent to search for a rival of Sidamere, who is within this dungeon in the desert.
Cinema's the god I follow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this,
So we
at
need
this,
to eradicate these people in the dungeon.
Well, search for them.
at this point, I feel compelled, partially because my god has started to leave me, to just start walking towards them.
God told me I need to go in this dungeon and kill people.
I'm looking around for the little pop-up message that says the party has found a entrance. Do you want to explore or continue? And Sidamere has clicked explore. So yeah, almost nothing good comes of climbing into a dungeon in the desert. So let's go.
I mean, personally, I think it sounds fantastic.
Could be a concert venue.
It's true. I bet they have good acoustics. All that sand's got to be good for it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just start walking towards the ship.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, sorry, go on.
What time of day is it?
It's sort of late afternoon at the moment.
Okay. I'm not sure what answer you could have given me that would have made me say anything different.
It's good to know regardless.
Yeah.
So you approach the ship itself, and then the ship, as I say, it's kind of like it is touching the sand, but it's not. You would imagine the weight of the ship would dig it into sand. It's just kind of poised perfectly atop the sand.
With my staff, could I just gently tap, as gently as you can, just tap the side?
Yeah.
Is it solid?
Yeah, it's solid. You just sort of very gently tap it, and
Yeah.
you just get the sort of wood on wood noise.
Okay.
And then there's just this as this whole galleon just falls away from you and falls onto its side. And there's this like flurry of sand comes flying up into the air.
I shield my face to avoid
I
just
sand in
shield
my eyes.
Victor's face.
So he doesn't see it.
No, the shield's so he doesn't get sand in his eyes.
Yeah.
Forgetting about my own face.
I'm just going to turn around. It was already falling?
With the sun.
I mean, it looks far less magnificent now that you've knocked it over, doesn't it? Is there anyone else around us, like, that's reacted to this noise or anything that I can see? Like...
No, there's no signs of life on the boat itself, and nothing comes running up immediately from this staircase.
Oh dear.
I think we should just sort of wander around the boat and just have a little, especially now that it's sort of at sand level.
Do you say this boat looked in like normal-ish condition, right?
Pretty pristine, to be honest. Yeah. There's
Yeah,
no
does it
signs
have-
of damage, Ethan.
Does it have sails on it? Are the
Yes.
sails down?
The sails are up, but there are 3 sails on there.
Do I recognise the colours of the sails to match any like known navy or trading company?
No, Centralia itself doesn't actually have any oceans around it. It
Oh
is
no, I mean
landlocked.
because I have knowledge of the grand history of the known
I
world.
see.
So
No,
it
nothing
doesn't
you recognise.
doesn't ring any bells of any like established trading company, so to speak. So that's weird. I want to investigate the boat. I won't lie.
I will lead the way and eradicate these heretics for us.
That's making me want to go have a look on the boat. I feel like the staircase is where we want to be, but the boat seems exciting.
We should check the boat out first, at least.
I
Definitely.
want a pirate hat.
I assume we didn't hear anyone shouting, "What the bloody hell's going on?" or
Yeah.
screaming.
Why
as the
are
boat
we
was
on our
turning.
side? You know,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
No, just
Why?
the noise of the boat falling
boat
onto the sand. That's
crunching.
it, yeah.
Why is the ceiling now the wall? You know,
Mm.
that kind of thing.
I think walk round the stern.
Yes, that
That's
is a boat term.
that is a boat term. That's nautical for one end of it or the other.
Yeah,
I think that's the flat end, isn't it? The stern.
backside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can walk round to the one side of the ship now is far easier to sort of
Yeah.
clamber aboard than the other, as it is now lying on its side.
That's what we were. That's
That's
what I
what
was
you're
thinking.
going for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can see there's some stairs leading down to the lower decks, as well as what looks to be like a captain's cabin, just sort of to the rear of the boat.
Sand pirates. Yes. This is good. To the captain's cabin. I go over and look at the captain's cabin.
Yeah, you head in, and this the boat itself, as I say, look, it's in pretty good condition. Although there's a fair amount of sand now, sort of inside the cabin and sort of just over the decks. Everything inside the cabin is kind of like a bit of a mess now. It's all the wall on one side has now become essentially the floor, so everything's sort of in a bit of a mess. But you can see there's like some books and some maps and maybe like some journals. There's kind of like stuff just scattered all over the floor.
I will run over to the map and start like flicking through them and see if any of them depict any space of our known world or the desert or the north at all, anything like that.
No, it appears to be a map of some sort of the archipelagos, islands. None of the names seem to mean anything to you, though.
So there's nothing on there that is actually part of the world as we know it.
No, none of them recognise anything you know from your knowledge of the world.
But the book's in a language that I recognise.
Yeah, all these sort of books and journals you can find are just written in just sort of the common tongue.
Right. Do any of them stand out as I'm reading through the titles or anything?
Most of them seem to be just random like fiction books. A lot of them sort of tales of like high adventure on the oceans.
I mean, they're all going in my bag because I want more books. But
absolutely. Then there's actually one book in particular appears to be, rather than sort of like a novel or something, it's actually a journal.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I pick it up, dust it off if it's dusty.
Yeah, is it dusty? Other than the sand that maybe
No,
came out
it
afterwards?
looks it's.
Really hard
I mean,
to tell.
it's not sort of brand new. There is like some sort of use to it. The spine is a bit sort of bent and cracked, but it looks in pretty good condition.
I open it up.
Yeah.
Random page.
You open up, and this random page you open it to, just it details the raising of a city on the island of Barbados. Speaks of this crew's time pillaging and plundering.
Told you, sand pirates.
The island of Barbados.
Yeah.
Have I ever heard of Barbados?
You can. I guess you can spout lore.
Yeah, sure.
No, it means absolutely nothing to you at all.
Interesting.
Not only have you never heard of this location, but just like the vernacular or the construction of it means doesn't sort of really match to anywhere you're aware of. No.
These are weird pirates, man.
Yeah, this examining things is all very well, but it's not really the most efficient way. I will roll my sleeves up a little bit and just cast detect magic.
Nice.
So
You will try.
well, that's true. Yeah, okay. There's absolutely nothing magic here.
You still get to cast
yeah,
it.
you
It's
do
fine.
get you
You
get to
draw.
cast it.
Okay.
But
So,
you get,
well, partial
you get
success.
one
Oh,
of
yeah,
these
actually, no.
drawbacks,
I
yeah.
added my in. I was looking at the number. Yeah, so I've... okay, so I've cast it. So, do I choose one of those?
You do, yeah.
I think... I rather like the spell disturbs the fabric of reality as it's cast.
Nice.
Something's not right.
So
There is a
whenever you cast a spell until the next time you prepare
Yeah.
spells, you have -1 to your
Yeah.
result.
Yeah.
But yeah, the ship itself actually appears to be magical. Although you don't get any readings or anything particular, like any objects in the room, just the whole ship around you feels like it's imbued with some kind of transportation magic of some kind.
I can feel it's weakening the shell that protects us.
Yeah, I mean, disturbing the fabric of reality is quite fitting, actually. You actually, in fact, your magic gives you some kind of sense that this ship is not from your plane.
Base sand pirates.
Tentacle sand
There's a
pilots.
song coming on there. Don't worry.
Interesting.
Dryden, what are you doing at the moment? Other than
being
unmuting.
muted.
Yeah, I'm muting. Okay, no one's gonna say it. So I'm just looking at the ship, I guess. I don't know.
I'm meeting.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the ship. Just
Okay.
well, seeing if I see anything that is cool.
What, other than a massive pirate ship in the middle of the desert?
Eh.
That's not cool enough.
No, it needs to have pirates.
Yeah, someone's got high standards.
It needs to have cannonballs firing off it. It needs to have like a massive, like, cool thing.
What do you want to do with your book, Edwin?
Huh?
Asking Edwin what he wants to do with his book.
Oh, that's
Oh, I
me,
could-
isn't it?
I could
I'm
see you.
Edwin. Sorry, I did not register that name at all. That is me. Well, I will give it a quick skim through, I suppose, to see. Go to the most recent page in it to see what they were writing about before they got here, I guess.
So yeah, the last entry, or the most recent entry, speaks of a mission or a request from Cedarmere, who contacted this captain and requested that he go on a search for a rival of Cedarmere called P. Manu the Promiser.
Sounds evil.
Sorry, well, the book was about finding P. Manu the Promiser.
Yeah.
Okay.
And apparently he's down this staircase.
Being a devoted follower of Cedarmere, is that a name that I know?
Spout law, I guess.
Sure.
Not
No.
one you've heard before, no.
Boom.
But you feel a little smarter for having not known.
Experience. I've got as much experience as I've got health. Good sign. So, just to be clear with my brain space, we're in the cabin of the ship
Yes.
on its side, as it's on its side.
Yeah.
Okay, obviously we're on its side. Can I explore any other parts of the ship? Is it like how can I sort of carefully find my way into the rest of the ship?
You'd probably, yeah, you guys can probably you sort of climb your way up to the sort of staircase that leads down to the lower decks. And so you'd have to sort of drop down, because obviously everything's on its side, but you can sort of get down to the lower decks. There's when you go down to the sort of lower deck, there's supplies all over the place. Again, sort of one of the walls is now the floor because gravity is doing its thing. But there's hammocks all over the place. Looks like there's enough sort of hammocks to sleep maybe 15 to 20 crew members.
That's a lot of people that would fight us.
Yeah.
Or maybe they wouldn't. They're on the same side as us, right?
Of those 15-20 hammocks, are they all used?
They're all in a mess and hanging at weird angles where this ship appears to have been knocked onto its side. Yeah.
Of course. Who did that?
Maybe it was the sun. Maybe the sun did it.
Will of the sun.
Ultimately, Sun does everything.
Of course he does.
So there's no sign of people other than...
No, they've all gone down the hole, haven't they?
Yeah, they haven't come back.
Well, they might have only just gone down there.
Yeah, maybe they're fighting those heretics and we have to kill them.
Yeah. Just, if we do run into them, might be wise to maybe not emphasise the knocking the ship over thing.
Well, you're just trying to save your skin here because you knocked it over. We'll say a fire beetle came along.
Yeah.
Right, that works. I got you. I can cover your back. It's fine.
Excellent. So, I think we're... Is there any more? No.
So the boat itself, like, flagged up as magical.
Yeah, the whole thing. The whole thing is kind of wrapped in magic. It's registering,
and it's messing
magical
up,
tachyons.
And it's messing up the magic as well because it's magical.
I think so. Yeah, that's the only reason I can think of that my spell backfired a little bit.
Yeah, the only reason. Sure.
Yeah.
Because you didn't believe in the sun enough.
It's whether he believes in us is the important thing.
I mean, it's not, is it? Because, it doesn't matter if he believes in us or not. It's all his will.
Exactly. I'm glad that you're finally coming around to the way of the sun.
Yeah.
I was absolutely hoping to convert you to my faith.
Mm.
So,
Wow, I mean, to be fair...
Is that...
Seems to be going well. Hey, Maxwell, we might have a third in our church.
I think the people on the ship follow us as well.
I think
the people on the ship follow whichever gods the sun wills them to follow.
God's told me to kill the heretics up the stairs.
I'm sure he has.
So, I think we're heading off to the stairs. Maxwell, as we head under the stairs, and on your holy mission to kill the heretics, just bear in mind, maybe find out who they are first.
Oh yes, because they could be the ship people who are with us. Or the
Exactly. I'm worried that
very
they could be
good
some sort of
words there.
Yeah.
Wise man.
I mean, I can talk to them if you like, because I have been known to be quite convincing in the past.
You might offend them.
Oh no, I'm not an offensive person.
That's right.
Not at all.
We heard some of your early songs before you got a little bit more famous.
Yeah. It's all censored now. Bloody Centralian pop system, it's rubbish.
Feels like we're all sort of eyeing the stairs down in the sand and going,
Going down the stairs
let's
first.
I've
let's
been
think of
literally
a
stood at
reason
the
not to
stairs the
do
whole
it.
time looking down them.
I follow behind. I follow directly behind Maxwell and tell him to go down the stairs.
Is it dark down the stairs?
No, there's you can see some sort of torches just flickering at the bottom of the stairs, maybe sort of 20 feet down below the surface.
I'm gonna be looking out for any like symbolism that seems like similar to what I'd expect to see if it's where we were going. Because I'm very much at the thought process at the moment with what's been said of this might actually be a very different place and we've just happened upon it. And this might actually not be where we're
Will
going.
of sun has
but
brought us here.
we have to investigate it anyway because it's the will of the sun. So
You really are converted.
yeah,
See,
yeah, I'm a changed man.
The sun hadn't commanded me yet. He hadn't quite clicked on my avatar and told me to go down there, but it seems to have told everybody else, and now I'm feeling his draw. And with that, I'm gonna start walking down.
I was already heading down when
Yeah.
Bart told me to.
As you start heading down, you were looking out for any symbolism, weren't you, Edwin?
Yeah, that's
You
what
do
I'm
notice carved sort of into the walls on either side of the staircase as you head down. There is looks like a drawing of some kind of like creature's head or something. It's kind of looks kind of like a demon's head or maybe like a devil, something like that. Has like a golden nose ring which is painted with just like yellow paint onto this carving itself. And coming out of it sort of from almost I guess almost from the sort of head itself, there's just these there's obviously like these two large horns on the top of the head, but there's also two coming out of like the chin as well, almost making like a sort of X shape from the head itself.
punk rock jellyfish. Let's do this.
Mm.
Right. Demon carving / painting. And so is that that like depiction something I recognise from what I'd expect from where we were going? Or is it something completely new to me?
Remind me how your bardic lore works.
When I first encounter an important creature, location, or item covered by my bardic lore, I can ask you a question about it, you answer truthfully, and then you may ask what tale, song, or legend I heard that information in.
Seems fitting enough, I guess. I guess you could ask me a question about it.
About what? About this location, or about just this carving that I'm
The carving itself, I guess. Yeah.
seeing? Who do I think it's depicting?
So yeah, you using your sort of accumulated knowledge of the grand histories of the world, you actually recognise this symbol. It's the symbol of the dungeon keeper, and it's quite often it is used to mark areas that are they are like dungeons or layers of evildoers, quite often protected by sort of minions. Adventurers like to go out of their way quite often to try and invade and liberate or loot these dungeons.
So it's the map waypoint basically. If we're talking in video game terms, it's like it's my fast travel location. Right. I guess I pass on this knowledge as it comes back into my brain. I go, I recognise this. I read about these in an adventuring handbook I picked up a few years back. They mark they mark sites of interest for us adventuring folk, places where evil lurks. So hey, we might be in the right place. If not, fun little side journey.
What is interest?
What do you mean?
It's not really a concept I understand. Do you mean that this marks places where the sun might command us to go?
The sun. Yes, the sun may have interest in this, therefore may command you to go to it.
I understand.
Does that make sense?
It does make sense. I'm now questioning why the sun commanded me to question the sun
Yeah, see,
in
that
such
was
a
silly
manner.
because that doesn't make an awful lot of sense, does it?
The
Right,
sun,
He told me to go
I'm
down
sure
here.
the sun will work it out eventually. Don't worry.
I'm sure the sun will. You are really coming around to my faith, aren't you?
Yeah, sure. It's
I
what
don't know.
the
It
sun
sort of
wants.
feels like one out, one in at the moment. I think as he gets stronger, you're questioning more and more.
It'll be fine. It's all good. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah. Do I know anything else about? So these dungeon keepers obviously mark this kind of lairs of evildoers, and they're guarded with minions as well.
Yeah, the dungeon keeper tends to sort of recruit forces. They basically they like to make sort of mazes of traps and guards to protect whatever it is they have within their dungeon.
Right. Okay. Right. So we should be expecting something up ahead. I say to the rest of these guys. There will be likely traps or something like that. So can we be on the lookout for said traps, possibly?
If the sun sees fit for me to see these traps, I will see them.
No, see, I don't think I trust.
And I'll watch
that
out for
at the
traps as I
moment.
walk down.
Well, I'll only hit these traps if the sun wants me to. So
Yeah, that's second level. We really don't want him moving to there. At least he's currently volunteering to look for them.
Yep.
Yeah, as you continue down these stairs, you sort of reach the bottom of this staircase, and you're in this sort of like it's like a circular chamber, and coming off it in various different directions, there are 7 different passageways. None of them marked in any particular fashion, and each just seems to sort of twist off into the darkness. You can see like flickers of torches towards the end of some of them, but it's all quite dank, dark. There's no sort of obvious landmarks in any of them.
I just continue. If someone tells me left or right, I will go straight. Or looking for traps in the straight in front of me facility.
Do you want to go straight down the first corridor straight in front of you?
I'm just gonna go straight unless someone tells me go left or right. And I'm gonna look at the floor and that for traps.
Center.
Yeah.
The sun is compelling me to go central, in the middle.
Yes, you head down out of these 7 corridors, the one that is straight in front of you. And you sort of carry on down there. And there's every now and again there's like torches on the wall, so it's not it's not like particularly bright down here, but you can see it's not sort of pitch darkness.
What are the walls?
It's like
made
this.
of?
It's like this sort of carved sandstone. So there's like sand just sort of dusted across the floor, which is presumably come down this staircase over whatever period of time the dungeon itself has been here.
So, if I was to scrape ship pusher my staff across the wall, would it leave a mark?
Yeah.
I will do that somewhere near the entrance, just in case we end up coming down here again. The mazes bring back flashbacks from entering the Hidden Academy. They loved their mazes. They loved their trap entrances.
I see him do this, and I carve something obscene on the other side of the wall.
Horrible.
I'm too busy looking straight in front. I didn't realise what anyone else is doing.
Yeah, likewise, I'm just walking ahead.
Yes, you carry along, and then after sort of walking for a little bit, the sort of the tunnel itself begins to slope downwards, but quite sharply. There's no sort of stairs. It's sort of quite a clean sort of just sort of starts going down almost a sort of 45-degree angle. You could traverse this. It's traversable, but it's
I
not.
slide down.
I was about to say it's traversable, but it's not entirely comfortable. But yeah, you could. You can move across it. You slide straight down.
The sun compels you to basically jump down on my ass to slide down.
Yeah. So you slide down it, and as you slide down maybe 30, 40 feet, and you can see you're sort of going down in this sort of 45-degree angle, and then you can see coming up ahead of you another sort of 45-degree angle, which is just like going straight down. Do you want to react in any way, or?
No.
So it just goes from slope to just drop.
Yeah, so just like So, if you're originally walking on a flat thing, first you've got this 45-degree slope.
No, it's just a straight.
And then it goes 45 degrees down to 90 degrees.
Mm.
Yeah. So you carry on and you sort of reach this next bit and you sort of fall down there, and you don't actually fall too far. You maybe fall about 10 feet. In doing so, you will take a little bit of damage. A whole massive point of damage. And then you just sort of land with a thud on this sort of hard floor, and it's as you look around you, you're basically sort of at the bottom of this pit, and you can look back up and you can see the tunnel you sort of came down that slope. And then just on the exact opposite side, there is another 45-degree slope going upwards. So you're almost like you're at the bottom of like a Y shape.
How big is it? Sorry, this bottom area.
You fall about 10 feet down. The area itself is probably like from one wall to the other, sort of 15, 20 feet across.
Victor!
Did anybody else come up with me? Down with me, sorry.
No,
I certainly didn't go down the slope. No.
I stopped in surprise as you jumped onto the slide and disappeared.
What can I say? I was compelled by the sun.
I go, see, when the sun tells you to be stupid, you be stupid.
No. The sun didn't tell me to be stupid. I was just.
You're not there to defend yourself. Mate. You're down a hole.
I shout up to the others to follow. Like I shout up and say something along the lines of like, "Well, come on then," as if it's very obvious this is what we're doing.
I look slightly surprised. Look at the others. Well, he's not dead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad to hear that he has survived his slide.
Any of them looking down that way? Can I push them down and then go down behind them? Whoever's stood there.
You were at the front. You were at the front of the pack, so.
Then I just go down. I was hoping to push someone down and then just follow them.
You just sliding down the same as Victor, or you try to traverse this a bit more carefully?
You could.
Dexterity, I'm stupid. Straight down.
Straight down.
Head first?
Yeah, so you sort of slide down this slope, and again, like Victor, you can suddenly see the sort of this pit coming up ahead of you. Do you want to do anything to react to it?
I try and use my halberd to try and cook myself into it.
Yeah. Do defy danger using your strength.
Whoa.
Nice. Yeah. So you're able to just sort of use it to sort of scrape yourself and pull yourself to a halt. Just at the lip of where it drops down to where Victor is. So you can now see back up, and you can just about see maybe, like I say, sort of 30 feet up. You can sort of see the rest of your party peering down towards you. Below you, about 10 feet down, you can see Victor, and then just on the opposite side, you can see another 45-degree slope just going back up in the opposite direction.
I'll just stay there for a bit.
Has anyone got any rope? Anyone got any rope? Did anyone bring rope? Anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, almost certainly.
Almost everybody's got rope if they want it.
Yeah. We've all
so
probably got dungeon.
I don't have dungeon kit. But if you've got a Dungeoneer's kit, Adventurer's
I've got
kit.
venturing gear.
Yeah,
it's
adventuring gear. That is basically a one-time you can make that be what you
Yeah.
wanted it to be for the
Yeah,
for the
five
video.
uses of that, I
So
think.
like,
Yeah,
I can
excellent.
go, oh, I have 5 adventure gear, so one of those is a rope, and then I have a rope.
Excellent.
But I don't have a rope. Far too
Ah.
greedy.
I have rope, I'm guessing then, because I have it.
Up to you.
I
Yeah.
carried
Yeah.
the rope.
So we have got some rope. Okay, so do we go down with them?
How wide was this pit?
The pit itself, so it's about 10 feet down, and sort of from one side to the other, it's about 15 feet.
I
How
was trying to
wide?
climb up the other side, by the way.
How wide? Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, you carry on. That's just what I'm going to be doing while you're discussing this. I can roll whenever you want me to roll, but you decide what you want to do. But I've waited too long now, so I'm climbing up the other side.
Yeah. How wide is the hallway?
The hall itself, 8-10 feet.
Damn. Okay.
What were you thinking?
Wider than I am tall. That's a
Yeah.
problem.
Well- 2 of us together, maybe?
Well, I was just thinking, is Maxwell still just stood at the end of this slope, right? Like,
Yeah,
he's not
yeah.
in the hole. He's just stood at the end of the hole. He's in
Can I
the way.
pull myself up to the other bit and just look around?
Yeah.
Like a quick look, so everyone else comes down might even either whack into me, or I'll pull them to me if they put their arms out.
Yeah, around the pit itself, there's just like there's like a thin lip, which is just enough that you can actually sort of just make your way around. You can see over, you can sort of get to the bottom of the other side of this sort of Y-shaped area, and you can just see back up again. There's like some lights flickering up there, but there's no. You see nothing obvious. You don't see like your party looking back down at you from the other side or any tricks like that. Sadly.
Come on, I'm going to go over to one side and go down the 45-degree slope bit as carefully as I can.
Yeah. So anyone making the sort of making that sort of journey carefully can do it. It's it's a bit dusty, it's a bit sandy, but it's totally doable. You can come down to where Maxo is, just at the top of this pit which Victor has been.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll head down the slope.
Yeah, Dryden?
Carefully, I guess.
I'll go down.
Cool. So yeah, the 4 of you are sort of stood at the top of this pit where Victor is at the moment. Victor, what are you doing?
Oh yeah, I'm climbing up the other side.
Yeah. That's with Maxwell's rope, yeah.
No, wait. Sorry, where's Max?
You're down the bottom of a 10-foot pit. Maxwell's at the top.
On the other side, right? It's a Y shape. Can I not climb up the other way? Am I misunderstanding this
Still a
slightly?
10-foot.
If you imagine like a capital letter Y, so you are
Yeah.
you're at the bottom of that. I don't know why I put a Y. That no one knows what a Y is. Sorry, I'm treating you like morons.
Oh right, sorry. So would it possible? So what you're saying? So if I climbed up on
slopes
back
like
on,
that. It's
if
like
I climbed, yeah, I was
that.
having
You're
it.
here.
Yeah. So if I climb back up again, I could jump over the other side and carry on, right? Is that what you're saying?
You could climb up any of the sides, but it's like a 10-foot climb, so you'd probably need
Yeah.
just some rope or something. Yeah.
I don't have no rope, but
I
How-
how,
how-
rope it, yeah.
yeah, I can't be a rope then.
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't know if you need a tech check for that. I'm not quite sure how this game works, but I'll do that.
No. If you want to climb the rope, that's cool. You can climb.
But then
Pull you
once
up.
it's the top, how big is the pit?
So across the pit is about 15 feet across.
So you can't really get across it.
Yeah. So
we
there,
are over the side.
yeah,
There's a ledge.
there's a very thin ledge around both sides of it.
Oh, sorry, I missed that part.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I will get to the top, like climb up the rope, dust myself off, and then start walking around the ledge.
You're gonna hold on to my rope and I'll stand here in case you fall off, and I'll hold a rope for you.
I'm not going to do that.
The son told me to tie a rope and hold it for people.
You've done so.
Keep them safe.
So what do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna follow round, I think.
I sing a little song about Victor falling in a hole of sand.
Then I want to hold the rope while I hold it and say this side.
I'm a little mockery to myself because it's funny.
I just worry that once the rope's longer than 10 foot, if I do fall off,
It's not going to do much.
it's not going to do much.
Yeah.
Although it will let you pull my body. Actually, I'll rethink that. I will come back. I will tie the rope around me, you can at least pull my body back up from the pit
Nice.
if I fall in.
And hopefully
What when
swing
you
you
die
around like a
from the
monkey.
1 point of full damage?
Yeah, exactly. It's all right for you people with like double figure hit points. You can you can make light of this sort of stuff. Many's a wizard that's fallen from falling down the stairs. Yeah, I'll go. I'll have with the rope, helping Maxwell in his quest to help people.
Him feel good about himself.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
I will gingerly move around the ledge to the other side.
That's cool. You can all. So you're all on the other side now, looking back up back up this other slope.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see it seems to go up again about sort of 30 feet. You can just about see there's you can in the sort of flickering of this torchlight, you can see there actually appears like there is a door. So the on this side of it, the slope sort of goes straight up, and then there's just like it doesn't sort of like where the previous one flattened out into a corridor. This one just seems to go up into the roof, and there's a door in the roof, like on the top.
It's a trap door, or someone has altered gravity at that point.
I open it.
Probably a trap door.
Well, as you head up the slope itself. So again, the slope is sort of like it's quite steep, but you can sort of traverse it quite comfortably if you're careful. As you near this door, you can see that the door itself is kind of like just bulging. It's almost like it's like almost trying to open.
Do not open that door.
Oh, yeah, indeed. That's definitely.
None commands it. Do not open that
There-
door.
There is
There is something on that door
So it's
waiting to fall.
it's trying to push in this way.
There's
Yeah.
Gonna be a boulder.
Is there a
stand or
A
something?
handle on the door or a hook?
Yeah.
or-
There's a just looks like a pretty standard wooden door.
Don't even ask. We don't
Is
need
there
to know. We're
some-
going.
Where are we going to go? Back up the other side. Is there
There was
anything that we?
6 other hallways?
Is there anything that a brave and strong paladin could tie the one end of his rope to?
Yeah, totally.
Perhaps the sun wants us to tie a rope to this door and retire around the corner and then
Go past the pit.
pull. Well,
Bet your
depend-
beliefs, and hopefully you'll see the right way now. God tells you what to do.
That's a complicated thought for him to have, but maybe.
It's on my bond sheet, so it felt like he believed in it then.
For a split second, he believed.
I will do as he says.
I am okay with this plan as long as I am allowed to retreat to the other side
Yeah.
of the pit
Uh,
first.
just
I will probably do it straight away and pull it. Depends how quickly they can move across.
I
I'm
can move quicker than you can tie a
I'm-
rope around a handle. It's
I'm
fine.
certainly scuttling back down the slope and just getting round the corner from the entrance bit so that when whatever rushes out, hopefully it will rush past me.
So you're all climbing back onto the other slope, then pulling on this rope to open the door. Yeah.
If the rope's long enough.
If the rope is long enough, do that. Yes.
Yeah, totally. If you tell me the rope is, it's your rope.
The
Maxwell,
rope is long enough.
The rope is long enough. Yeah, so you all sort of retreat back down.
I'd like to. So you've got the path coming down from the door. I would like to be just past the ledge there, so that I'm not. I'm worried that if I'm stood on the other side, something will shoot straight across, and then the wizard will be crushed against the wall.
Okay, so you're on the sort of ledge on the side of this pit. Yeah.
Yeah, out somewhere out of the way.
Cool. Yeah, Maxwell, you give a tug on the rope, and you hear the sort of door pull open, and then there's just this this sound of like masses of sand just pouring down, almost like just like a flurry of sand. It all sort of comes flying down, and you see it all sliding down the slope on the other side, and it fills that pit at the bottom which Victor was in previously. And then it almost as if somebody has measured this to the cup. It just as it reaches the point where this pit like just flattens out and meets where the two slopes come down, the last sort of grain of sand just fills it perfectly, and it fills that pit in.
I knew it.
Guessing the sun measured that out. Perfect little game for us.
I mean, it is like to a grain. It's pretty impressive.
That is very impressive. Anyone fancy walking across the sand?
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, the sand is like it's like just the perfect volume to fill that pit, and you can almost walk across it just if it's like solid ground, as if the desert you've been on, and you
When
can.
this happens, sorry, carry on.
No, go for it.
So when this happens, I look to what will be the sky if you're no underground and say, "Well played, good move."
Yeah, and you can
Across,
you can
yeah.
see that that door at the other end, which you could see, you look up and you can see what appears to be daylight coming through it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, and you can't. So you make your way back up that slope on the other side, and you can sort of peer your heads up through this sort of doorway, which is sort of in the sort of roof almost of that slope. And you notice that around you, you can just see the daylight sky up above you, and there is what appears to be like just some kind of brick or something like all around you, which appear to be holding parts of the sand from the desert in, just waiting to fill in that trap. But otherwise, you are just in a sort of basically just another large empty pit outside in the desert again.
Ah. That's a funny place for us to be. How high are these? So it's like brick walls all around.
Yeah.
This.
You're basically in a exact recreation of the pit which Victor was previously in, which was
We're in a
storing the
well.
sand, which has now filled that.
Do you wish me to climb this wall?
I think he does.
I will.
Don't forget to take the rope with you.
I will climb this wall.
Yeah, so you can sort of climb your way up the wall, Victor Maxwell. As you sort of just clamber over the top, you find yourself about 50, 60 feet away from the galleon which you've seen previously, and you are in the desert again.
And I'd be really funny and go 2 seconds, and then I like try and run back around to where they are.
Yeah, absolutely. You can come down that staircase and back down the same path again. Yeah, absolutely.
Like sneak up behind them.
Yeah.
By the time you've disappeared, after about a minute, I would certainly be going, Maxwell, where is he? Just setting up the.
The inevitable arrival.
Yeah.
I start composing a funeral march for him.
How are we going to decide who next goes over the wall?
Not me.
Oh, we're doing it that way, not me.
I got.
Yeah. So Victor, yeah, you climb up, and again, as you clamber over the top, you just find yourself back in the desert with this galleon ahead of you.
So I'm assuming the entrance we came out of was just like a hole in the wall, hole in the ground, right where the sand was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
So there's now just this pit in the desert.
I'm assuming Maxwell shows up at some point soon now to scare us.
Yeah, I just stand there for a while, sort of taking it all in. Probably enough time by the time I get up there, like thinking, like a bit confused. Probably for Maxwell to reappear if he wants to do his reappearance.
I'll just not say anything. I'll just be stood behind them.
That's even scarier. So I'm
around at some point.
again. I'm literally going to turn to Dryden or Edwin and go, "That's two of them," and then see Maxwell behind us and probably scream.
Look back like, oh hi.
How did you get there? What kind of magic transported you?
It's with the sun.
I'll be honest. I thought you just ran. I wasn't surprised. You know, that'd be pretty on par for you at the moment. So.
Well, you haven't found anyone to smite.
Yeah.
Could Maxwell or Dryden? Could you boost me out of this hole?
Why are we going? Surely we don't need to go out the hole, right?
No.
We just go back down the corridor.
Seems like there's more climbing to go down the slope and across and up than there is to climb out and go back to the stairs.
That's a very good point.
We'll find out. I start walking
Race?
the other way.
The other way with the.
Yeah, I will call up to people to that I'll call up to people to say that I'll meet you at the staircase, at the bottom of the staircase, like where the 7 entrances are. And I'll walk that way. And whether people want to meet me or not, who knows? But that's where I'll be.
Yeah, I've started walking back.
I'm still waiting for someone to boost me up, and when no one does, I'll slowly, very carefully go back down the slope.
Slide down.
Yeah, this is why high-level magicians have like minions.
Yeah, and you're all able to meet back in this circular room, this circular chamber
Yeah.
again. Yeah.
Okay, so forward was a no-go. So we got
just-
6 other things, right?
So we came down and we went straight ahead.
Yeah.
And then we found a pit and we went straight ahead a bit further and then we came up.
Yeah.
So did we go under the ship?
Yeah, you come out on the other side, so yeah.
That's a question that I certainly answer. I don't know the answer to, but
Yeah, I'm kind of postulating that these other 6 routes lead the same thing, and then there's some things all around in a sort of ritualistic kind of way.
well, we could try, can't we?
I guess the first thing to do would be to try one, yeah.
Let's go down let's go number 2. We go 6.
We go 6.
Sun compels it.
Do we all need to go down? Would it perhaps be useful to have a couple of us, perhaps
Are you perchance suggesting, Phil, that we split the party?
well,
Always. That went well Sunday, so definitely do it.
I feel strongly compelled to go down the 6th one we haven't investigated, which is counting from left to right. The furthest right.
Yeah.
Surely it doesn't count as splitting the party if we just go and stand at the top of the stairs and just look to see. I think I want to do that because I'm
you
interested.
want to watch from the surface? See if
I want to
anything
see.
changes?
Yeah, I want to see what happens.
I'd suggest
'cause-
going up to the surface and stand on top of the pirate ship then.
I'm not sure about like they might. Yeah, that might not be a bad idea.
Then you get an aerial view of everything.
But surely more foolish than splitting the party is sending one weak wizard to go on his own.
Well, yeah, but then there's just like the weakest member eliminated then, so you don't want to
Hunger
lose like
Games.
3 members of the party, do you? Like,
Maxwell, how does the sun feel about me being left on my own?
It's the will of the sun. He thinks you need some time to grow.
Oh, shit.
I mean, I'd offer to go with you, but the squishy bard going with the squishy wizard probably isn't the ultimate combination there.
Dryden, do you fancy just keeping me company?
You have to wait briefly for a response.
Yeah, I guess.
Yay!
Yeah,
That's what I
guess.
like. So my plan would be to go back out. I'm not sure about climbing up on the ship. I'm thinking just staying here at the top of the stairs and just looking around for about however long it took us to kind of get through. So that was what, 10 minutes, something like that,
Yeah.
maybe a bit longer.
I call to Dryden as he wanders off with you. I go, you got to tell me if anything happens with you when you're out there. You've got to let me know when we meet up because I need to know everything, obviously. All right.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so unless Dryden's got anything else he wants to do, literally, I'm just going to get to the top of the stairs and then just keep an eye out all around.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Cool. Okie dokie. So the other 3 are going to head down the far right path, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so you head down that path to the right, and you come across, you sort of carry on, and then about the similar sort of distance to before, you come across, rather than a slope heading downwards, there is just a closed wooden door.
I open it.
Oh, I back up.
Yeah,
I immediately back up.
You open the door. Edwin sort of takes a step back.
I don't open the door. Sorry. The sun opens the door through me.
I've realised what Victor's doing.
Back up.
Victor's doing a speed run of this level.
Yeah, he's going for world record.
Once again, I'm not doing that. There's someone that's doing it through me.
You watch. He's going to glitch himself through the wall with this door over there.
I'm hoping. Yeah, I open the door.
I mean, the second he reaches for the handle on the door,
Yeah.
I back right up.
Yeah,
like-
the bards
Yeah, so you
trained reflexes.
You reach out, open this door, and as you do, they're inside this room. There are a large amount of imps who are just they're all sort of walking around this room. They appear to be sorting out supplies. They appear to be taking stuff out of crates and then just moving them on some tables and sorting them into piles of various goods. And they all sort of turn around almost in unison, sort of look over at you as you open the door, and just immediately let out this these hissing noises, and they sort of hiss at you, like you've entered their dungeon clearly, and they do not seem happy about that. What do you want to do, Victor?
The sun commands me to close the door and run away.
Yeah. So you immediately
at least try to do that.
Yeah. So you're definitely capable of closing a door, and you're definitely capable of running. So yeah, you just close the door and start running the opposite direction. Edwin, you sort of see Victor open the door, and you're a little bit further back, so you don't really get a good look in. You just see him turn and start running back after closing the door. What do you want to do?
I don't run away. I kind of see as he runs past. I go, "What is it? What is it? Why are you running?"
Imps.
Kind of
Wait,
laugh.
do you know
at the fact
what
that
an
he's
imp
running away
is?
from imps.
You can spout law. Nice.
I do.
Yeah.
Can you tell me some more about imps as well, please?
Yes. Yeah. So they are known to be like minion creatures. They always tend to serve some kind of master or keeper. Almost always they are part of some nefarious scheme or sort of not particularly lawful sort of actions. They're not known as particularly strong fighters or like combatants on their own, but they do tend to sort of hang around in relative numbers, and they have these just extremely sharp claws which are capable of going through armor.
Do they understand like common tongue? Or do they?
Yes,
have their
yeah,
own
they do, yeah.
Yeah, I just run away shouting something like, the sun doesn't like imps. The sun doesn't like imps.
I just shout as you walk past, "That's racist!" And then wait to see if anything comes out the door.
Maxwell?
Max was ready to kill some imps.
I retreat only as far as like I'm behind people, mostly Maxwell.
That's cool. Yes, you wait a few moments, Maxwell, and you can hear all this sort of commotion on the other side of the door. And then all of a sudden the door just sort of swings itself open, and there are a number, all these imps are just all bounding towards this single doorway. What would you like to do, Maxwell?
I feel like I've just been told they're heretics of the sun god, sun, and now I wish to get my halberd out and start swinging at them.
Make some imp skewers.
This is good mapping.
Oh yes. Thank
I
you
mean,
very much.
serious. This is like the right amount of mapping, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah, it sounds like you were just hack and slashing in that case, Maxwell. So there are 3 of them just right in front of you, so you can hack and slash it all. Whatever you do attacks
straight
all
through the
3
middle.
of them. Yeah, go for it. Nice. Yeah, so you can roll your normal damage, or you can do an additional 1d6, but allow them to attack you back.
I'll just do my normal damage for this first go.
Yeah, go for it.
Whoa!
Nice. Those 3 imps all die. So you just immediately just slash through those 3 right in front of you.
I will yell, "Die heretics!"
I just shrug a little bit, and go, maybe I misjudged this guy.
Yeah, just for context, that's an entire wizard that he just killed.
Yeah. And I start playing, I don't know, Thunderstruck or something. On my...
Yeah. I mean, Victor, you sort of ran away. You've just seen Maxwell, as you sort of turn around to look back, you see Maxwell just sort of slash straight through 3 of these imps, immediately dropping them. What do you do?
I cast Bless on him.
Nice.
Hey!
Yeah.
So,
Duo.
I'm not sure if it's automatic, but you've got +1 ongoing, and I've got -1 ongoing to cast a spell.
Yeah, I've added the +1 ongoing.
And then when it ends, that I stop my thing as well.
Nice.
We're just buffing up the big guy, right?
Yeah.
So I attempt to bolster him with my arcane art as well.
Yeah.
And really just go ham on the lute solo, singing a song about Maxwell. I will attempt to use my arcane art. What is it? Plus charisma. 5, 4, 9.
That sounds
That's 11.
promising.
That is a success, a full success. So he gets a 1d4 forward to damage,
Nice.
which is a 4. I'm not joking. That is a 4. 2 damage.
Oh no!
Kills him.
Wait, he rolls 1d4 every time he does damage.
Oh, is it? Well, okay.
Yeah.
Right, when I did it on him on the online thing before it rolled it when I did it, that was all.
Okay.
Much better. Yeah, he gets a 1d4 to his damage.
So you are now on +1 for all your rolls and +1d4 for your attack rolls.
Wow.
Maxwell, you are the man.
And I
Yeah,
just go boy, go!
you just feel buffed up clearly, Maxwell. What you're doing with this is strength which has been imbued upon you.
As soon as they 3 more get to the door, I'll slash at them again.
You're just gonna wait for them to pile in again. Yeah,
Yeah.
go for it. Hack and slash away.
Watch this second to grab a glass of water. Back very shortly.
Cool. Yeah, you sort of slash at these ones, Maxwell, but I don't know if it's the you can mark an XP as well. I don't know if it was the added confidence of that or sort of fake confidence, I guess, of all this power you can feel rushing through you, but you just as you go to do it, they're not going to sort of fall for the same tricks, which is just seen their friend there take damage, so they're able to just sort of they all sort of scatter out the way for a moment, and then as you sort of finish swinging through, the 3 of them all just sort of slash at you at once. So when you're attacked by a group of creatures in Dungeon World, what happens is whichever one of them has the highest damage die rolls as normal, then they just add 1 to the result for every creature there. So basically they will just roll their normal damage die +2. Which does 7 damage to you, Maxwell. And that goes straight through your armor.
Oh, what? Oof.
Yeah, so they just sort of dodge out of the way, and then immediately all 3 of them are just scratching and clawing at you, Maxwell. What do you do to respond?
I'll just slash at him again.
He learns no lesson. Go for
I
it.
don't think he does.
Yeah, so
Can I attempt to aid him in his attack? Is that a thing I can do?
1 second. Let me grab aid.
I don't know if that's something I have to do, like when they're doing something.
So technically, you do it on one of your actions. So I'll let this one resolve. Then you can do something to aid his next actions
Right,
if you want. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can roll your damage, Maxwell, but they will get to attack you back. Nice. Yeah, so you are able to, again, although that first one sort of missed and they all clawed at you, you in a panic sort of slash back, and again you're able to just take down all 3 of them there. But they do attack you back for 3 damage.
I feel invincible.
Yeah, all 3 of them drop. Yeah, Edwin, you see this happening. You want to do something?
I was just gonna call out if I'd noticed like any like weak spot in their like hide or anything for him to target with his wings or something like that. As I'm standing back from where I am, like looking through the door.
Sure.
We'll see if I can help
You
him with
recognise a small glowing dot just underneath the on the sort of torso of each of them.
that. Ah, their crit spot.
Seems to be some kind of weak spot. You can roll aid.
So I roll plus bond, don't I?
Yeah.
Which is just 1. Yes. That would be 5 total.
Nice. Yeah.
I
it's
get an
not-
XP.
that small spot's not going to help, but you do gain an XP.
I feel good about myself.
Victor, you see this going on at the moment. So you've seen Maxwell. He's taken down another 3 of these imps, but he's taken two pretty big sort of attacks back from them as well.
Go on, Maxwell.
Yeah, and
I can't do very much because my god has started leaving me, and thus I can't really cast any spells other than bless. All the other spells don't do much. So
and the 3 of them just sort of dash in towards you, Maxwell. And you see them approaching. What do you want to do as these last 3 sort of
Just,
pile
you
in?
know what Maxwell's doing? He's a big oaf that hacks and slash.
Sure. Yeah. So again, you can roll your damage.
Ooh.
Nice.
Is it enough?
No, you don't kill any of them this time round, and they do get to attack you back. Which does another 7 to you.
Can
do
I
I
have,
notice
like,
that they're injured?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They look very injured. Yes.
I'd like to come in and bonk them on the head.
You want to dash in?
Yeah, now
Yeah.
they're injured.
Yeah.
I think what we're seeing here is that Maxwell's good on the first stroke, but his backstroke isn't good.
Nice.
How do I do damage at this roll here, right?
Ooh.
yeah,
Max
max
damage.
damage.
Yeah. You just run in, just hit one on the head, and kill it as Maxwell's being just swarmed by the rest of them.
And I tap him on the shoulder sarcastically, like, "That's right, mate, I got your back."
Can I attempt to like shoot a couple of arrows down the corridor over his shoulder?
Yeah. Sure. Go for it.
I've got a short bow. I feel like I might as well make at
No, if
least
you
one
miss
kind
this
of
one, it's going to hit
attack.
me instead.
Yeah, it'd be really funny.
Back then.
So is that a volley?
Yes.
Is it roll plus dex? Yeah. Yeah. 13.
Nice. Yeah.
Uh,
You can do damage to one of them.
So that is just I just do the damage, don't I?
Yeah.
Which is a D6. Look at me go. That's a 1.
That's enough.
To be fair, I rolled double 6s for the previous one. So
Oh,
it's not
sorry,
bad.
no. I tell a total lie. That is not enough.
I'm assuming they've got armor,
They do.
but yeah,
Of course they bloody do.
I don't get. Even though it's double 6s, that's not a crit. They don't exist. But it bounces off, and I'm like, oh, so close.
Yeah. So you get a really clean shot on it, but yeah, it just sort of its wings swings up, I guess, and deflects it off this arrow into a different direction.
Turns out the red glowy spot is actually really solid.
Mm.
Who would have known?
I guess
It's the
Dryden and Pring, you guys are just sort of stood up.
Yeah.
In the
I
desert.
don't think it's been. Yeah. From my point of view, it hasn't been long enough yet for them to get through to the other side.
I think that's
So I'm
reasonable. Yeah, Maxwell, I guess. You're sort of
Gonna hack and slash.
you just carry on as they're sort of just swarming around you. The 2 of them left.
Yeah. Feel like a little scream and go rah.
Ooh.
That one's a success. You can roll your damage.
I think he's guaranteed to kill him, right? Even with double ones.
He is, yeah. Yeah, you kill them both. Yeah, you managed to fight off what's left of this swarm of imps, Maxwell. And your how long does the bless only works for whilst he's in combat, right? What about
It does, yeah.
the arcane
Oh,
art?
do you know what? I have no idea.
Plus one forward
It's
to damage.
plus 1d4 forward to damage.
I'm not
Is
sure.
that only once?
I will.
That might.
Oh,
be
that was
one
plus one
thing.
forward, not ongoing. Yeah, you're right. That is only
Yeah.
once. That's cool. I've turned it off now. You got an extra bonus.
You're welcome. I'm just that good.
So yeah, the last of these imps drop to the floor, Maxwell, and you almost immediately just feel all that adrenaline that was powering you up just sort of drops down. You suddenly feel like you have taken a fair amount of damage.
What does the room look like?
So it appears to, so the room, there's a number of tables in the middle of the room, and they have sort of piles of various goods, and there's like crates all around the room, which the imps appear to be sorting. And there appears to be piles. There appears to be piles of food, piles of just like worthless trinkets, and then they seem to have like a separate pile where they're storing anything that could be of worth, anything that looks like it is worth any kind of value, anything that's not just crap, basically.
Okay. I'm going to go over to one of the tables and call over Maxwell. Maxwell, come.
Heal himself. His healing doesn't work with himself.
Maxwell, come.
Yeah, follow.
He's not a dog.
Like limping, like, oh, this hurts.
Yeah, I'll spend a few minutes bandaging you up.
Nice. Yeah, so Maxwell goes back up to 12 hit points.
Can I do that twice? Like, it'll take me a few more minutes, I suppose.
Yeah, that's cool.
I feel like Maxwell's just standing there like a small child, like would be intended to.
Yeah.
Arms up in the air.
I will say, however, I don't have very many bandages left, and I've got a healing potion, I suppose, but that's about it. Yeah, because I would like at some point to commune with my god. I just not really getting much chance to. Cool. This is going to take probably 5 to 6 minutes to do all this. So by the time you've killed the imps and done this, it's probably been a couple of 10 minutes or so. So if Dryden and Pring want to join us, it's been 10 minutes.
I guess that Elwin's getting a funny little scene of me and Victor, like Victor's like cleaning Maxwell, cleaning his wounds, so it's just hands up in the air.
I was imagining it like Maxwell is the boxer and Victor is the coach, and he's got that squirty bottle and he's squirting water in his mouth, rubbing his shoulders.
Yeah.
Well, I try and avoid blatantly watching what's going on there because it creeps me out, and I'm going to start looking through like the pile of what looks to be the valuable stuff.
Yeah, so there, amongst the valuable stuff, you find 29 coins.
Yeah, pocket them.
And there is also
You're busy, mate. I pocket them.
I think I know. I didn't necessarily have a chance to talk to you about it, but I noticed it.
Yeah, I'm not saying I don't plan on sharing them.
There is enough accumulated. Looks like this is possibly like gear from adventurers that may have attempted to invade this dungeon previously. There's enough collected gear that anyone that's expended any usage of bandages, adventuring gear, or anything like that, any consumables can refill to their starting values.
This feels kind of cheating because I suppose I can stick to you, right? If I'd known, I would have used the third one first before we found them. Oh, I did it my way around. Sorry, can you fix my bandages? I can't add them now. I pressed the wrong button.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
I don't. No, I didn't. I don't know what's happened. I've done something. Yes, no, I did. I broke it. Can I?
Broke it. I'm guessing
Yeah,
my rope.
yeah.
I just still got my rope, right?
Yeah. You can find a bit of rope in there.
Yeah, a good adventurer just re-rolls the rope.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking I was going to do.
Yeah.
Cool. Dryden and Pring, I guess you've had.
After about a quarter of an hour, when they haven't appeared, I'm certainly starting to get a little bit concerned that they've been eaten. And if I felt braver, I'd suggest that Dryden go and see what's happened to them. But I think maybe we should go together. What do you think, Dryden? Should we go back and find them?
Yeah, we'll go and find.
Okay, so we'll quietly go down, and I'm fully expecting to find their dead bodies.
Dead.
You see those dead imps instead.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you find Victor sort of just bandaging Maxwell up, and
Yeah.
Edwin going through these piles of various sorted goods.
That does remind me. Oh, no, it's not worth it.
As soon as
So-
I see Piran and go, oh, well, I was meant to talk to him first.
Yeah, maybe. Although, I don't know. These look like minions.
They
think you're
like
probably-
miniature Dryden.
I think Dryden is a human, right?
Yeah. Dryden's human, but
We're all humans.
yeah. Yeah, it's a shame there's not any of them alive. I wouldn't have. Maybe I could have persuaded one to work for me.
Yeah, you're on the lookout for her. Is this room enclosed? I was asked
Yeah,
that.
it is,
it's
yeah.
fine, yeah. Yeah, cool.
They are heretics and they had to die.
Well, surely we can repurpose if we can get a heretic to repurpose and stuff. That's
I'm
okay.
currently working on Edwin right now. Don't think I can multitask that much.
Yeah.
Wait, Edwin's already joined the church, as far as I'm
Yeah,
concerned.
I'm already part of your church, clearly, so I'm the most faithful person out there.
As he says that, I give him a massive hand of these little cards and things to give to random people.
Once I finish badging up Maxwell, I'm going to start to commune with my god. I'm not going to announce, like, hello everybody, you speak to my god for an hour, I'm going into the corner, but I'm going to just be like, look, I need a minute, and go to the corner and start doing it. If people want to interrupt me, they can, and it might ruin it, like, might stop me, it's like, stop it happening. But otherwise, I'll spend an hour, it's quite a long time, like, communing with my god.
Sorry, that was.
Oh, I thought that. So if that was something that Charlie had rolled, I was like, oh, brilliant.
Yeah, no, that was me clicking a button by mistake.
Phil just wanted XP, yeah.
Yeah.
Level 1.
Yes, yeah, you get to commune successfully.
Well, as long as no one interrupts me, it's an hour, it's quite a long time
I
to
will
do
stop
it.
people going, he's meditating, speaking to the sun. He's going to give us some great knowledge once he's finished.
Right. I spend the hour composing our current adventure so far of just what Dryden has done into part of a song.
Ooh,
It's like
can I get
verse
some
one.
food out and ask Dryden to cook it for me by breathing fire on it?
Dryden.
Sounds like a.
I can always sanctify food, by the way, to make it edible.
Dryden's a portable kitchen, portable grill, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Are you Dryden?
Can you breathe fire? I don't think. Can you breathe fire?
He can generate fire. He can.
Has anyone eaten imp before?
Bioweapons.
So you can make fire weapons, right? So I suppose you can use that as a grill, right? Your fire weapon could just be a fire grill.
One of those like stick things that you poke
cheese
into
on toast.
steak.
Yeah, or like a frying pan, a fiery frying pan.
Oh yeah. I mean that could also be used to knock someone out.
Exactly, right? You can use it as a weapon, or you use it to cook food.
So technically it's a weapon, so I will be able to summon it. I mean technically anything can be a weapon if you use it correctly.
Spoken like a true pacifist.
Huh?
I said spoken like a true pacifist.
Right, so what did you say? Can I breathe fire?
Can you cook this food for us? With your fire?
Do you want me to cook food?
Also, have you ever eaten imp?
Have you ever eaten imp?
No, I've never eaten an imp.
if you're eating it whilst I'm communing, I'm done by the way now. I just all communing did was just let me re-prepare my spells that I'd broken. So I've now got access to cure
Lasting
wounds again.
group.
Yeah, if you're spending an hour communing, then I think I could do with spending an hour just preparing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
I'm assuming these mechanics are essentially exactly the same, right?
I think they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Although actually, before I prepare, I would. There's a spell I will just cast. I'm just going to walk the area of the room, and I will cast Sanctuary.
You're on -1 to your spells still at the moment, aren't you, as well, I think?
Yeah. Which what did it roll a 4? What's the hell that's for? I don't know. I don't know what the rolling 4 was for. I got to cast spell, not to do that.
1d4 healings.
That would be a partial success.
partial
It'd be a
success,
9,
So if I need to choose what I do, I can happily lose the spell once I've done it because I'm going to lose it anyway as part of the preparing. So what that does do is provide a little bit of protection. Well, it's not so much protection; it more just if someone enters this area with malice, it will alert me, and anyone who receives healing within the sanctuary will gets a D4 extra healing.
Nice.
Just in case, it just calms the mystic energies and allows spells to be more effective. It probably involves a little bit of incense, I suspect, or maybe.
I feel at home.
And then I will prepare spells. Do I need to roll that as well?
I don't. Prepare spells doesn't actually. There's no roll involved or anything. You just get to.
Excellent.
You lose spells. Prepare your new spells. Yeah.
I will do that.
Yeah,
Perfect.
it's literally exactly the same as communing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. When I come out of my communing, I will. The first thing I'll do is I'll cure light wounds on Maxwell.
As he's doing that, can I rob Victor and do lay on hands on him?
Yeah, you can both heal each other.
Oh no!
Looks like a giant hug sesh.
Yeah. No, you try to cast it, but you fail.
Doesn't that mean you
You have
just
to mark
immediately
XP, though.
lose the spell again?
I have marked XP. What happens on a complete fail for?
Yeah, you just you lose that spell.
Amazing. So I can't heal anymore.
He's
So
got
that's-
it back. It's
Victor
gone again.
5.
That's good.
Uh,
Oh,
Nice, which becomes 9. So Victor is fully healed.
No, it's plus 1d4. It's not just 4.
It did roll a 4 in the first one. If there's any others,
Okay,
we'll roll
cool.
for it.
Alright, well, I'm sorry I couldn't help you, Maxwell. My God, the sun
Take
is
another
really
hour?
pissed off with me.
I see this failed attempt at healing the person who has, in my mind, just saved like mine and Victor's life. And I feel a little bad that I've been a little down on him. And I will sing a beautiful song, one of the songs that I can remember from before I met him, of his legend, of the enforcer that is Maxwell of the Sun.
Oh, Victor
in
is
an
very
attempt
close to
to-
leveling up. I just noticed.
In an attempt
It's 'cause I keep failing. Like, almost half that XP is just from failing casting spells.
Yeah.
I failed 3 spells.
It's alright, because you've succeeded one, right? So it's fine.
I succeeded more than 1, but maybe 2.
Yeah, go for it, Edwin.
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to heal him with my magical soothing song. If possible. So plus charisma. That is... that's 8. That's a partial success, right?
Yeah.
So, it still works, but I draw unwanted attention or the magic reverberates to other targets. It's your choice.
Yes. Who you casting on? Sorry, Maxwell.
Maxwell is getting healed, yeah.
Yeah, so he heals.
Plus a D4 as well.
Yeah, so 1d8 plus 1d4.
That is 6 points of healing.
Nice.
I class as a victory.
Yeah, so you're able to do that.
I would also bandage up Pring. Sorry, we're also here as well, I think.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. That's 4, isn't it?
It's 4, yeah, exactly.
which
4.
puts him back on full health.
Excellent. Thank you, Victor. I appreciate it. I've been eyeing the healing potion I've got, but it heals 10, and that seems like a waste.
Yeah. So as this is going on, Pring, you get you get a ping, I guess. You can sense there is something something with malicious intent on the other side of the closed door of the room.
There's another door in this room.
The same door you guys came from. I assume you guys closed it behind you.
Closed it.
If
Yeah.
not, you can let me know.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Did we? I didn't.
The room's
Sun
reappeared.
did.
Yeah, there's... Quiet, everyone. I can sense there's something on the other side of the door, and it's not friendly. Maxwell, heretics.
I charge at the door and run through it and literally
Oh, God.
Cannonball through the door.
Yeah.
Sicken boy.
Oh, well, I guess that works.
I repeat the last verse of the song I sang about Maxwell in an attempt to make him feel good and burst through the door.
First, no questions asked.
Yeah, you sort of dash forward and make your way through that door, Maxwell. And as you throw the door open, you see the corridor is just full with skeletons marching towards you.
Oh.
But as you run straight towards them, I guess you can tell us how you react to that.
So I didn't hear that last bit.
So yeah, as you sort of swing the door open, there is just a sort of legion of skeletons heading down this corridor towards you. So that's whatever you want to do.
The sun has sent me more heretics to kill, and I'll wait for him to get to me and hack and slash.
Yeah, so you can sort of stand guard as the first two
Yeah.
sort of just near you. Yeah.
And hack and slash, the special way that Maxwell does.
Nice. Yeah, you can roll your damage on them.
Now, I've learned from last time that I made him feel too good about himself. So I'm instead, gonna pull out my bow again.
I'm going to call up to the sun and say to him, listen, I know you're really annoyed with me, but poor Maxwell, I know he's probably a serial killer, but please look after him.
Yeah, you take. So yeah, you're able to sort of do a bit of damage to them, Maxwell. And they just immediately just sort of swing back at you with these sort of rusted swords, doing you 3 damage.
At least these guys don't ignore us.
And whilst this is going on, the rest of them just all start sort of piling down this corridor.
So yeah, here's the picture. I want to cast Bless on Maxwell.
Yeah, go for it.
That was the blessing that I called down. It was a success.
Nice.
You are blessed. I don't have to make the effect happen. This might just do it. What happens to do this? I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't automate, but yeah, I've added +1 ongoing for you. So yeah, you feel suddenly stronger, Maxwell. Whilst this is happening, these skeletons are just carry on coming down. They're just sort of all piling down towards you. Dryden, what are you doing at the moment?
I'm just looking at the skeletons and I'm like, ooh, that's what I'm like.
You don't want to do anything.
I guess I'll just because I was sitting down on the floor, whatever. Though if there's a chair in there, whatever, I was sitting on that. But I'm not gonna stand up. That's my turn.
You're not going to even summon your weapon.
You don't want to burn them? Oh. Maybe they burn. Well,
I think your lack of action, Dryden.
I'll summon a sword.
Sorry.
I'll summon a sword.
You want to summon a sword?
Yep.
Fair enough. Yeah, so you do your burning brand then. Nice. Yeah, that's pretty successful. So you get
No,
to
take 2.
yes. I think that's what what it was, wasn't it? If I remember from later, if you succeeded.
Was it 3 or 2?
Says you get 3. Oh, 3
choose 2
uses
of.
tag.
On a 10 pass,
Yeah.
on a 10 pass, you get to choose 2 of those tags to add to it. So you've got 3 uses, plus 2 of those tags.
Take +1
What?
damage and remove the dangerous tag.
Yeah, what's the advantage of having a hand weapon
So
over a near weapon?
You can use it in hand-to-hand combat.
yeah, using like a near weapon if you're like in a proper hand-to-hand combat would like probably give you some kind of like disadvantages. So yeah, you in particular fight you might want to go for something closer than that.
Well, so you can kind of use it in like a. Yeah, okay, I get you. Yeah.
Burning knuckle dusters rather than
So
a sword.
you're
or
taking the
Yeah.
+1 damage, yeah.
Yeah.
And removing
I'll
the
be back
dangerous
in a moment.
tag. Cool. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, Pring, you see Dryden cast this flaming weapon.
I see Dryden cast his flaming weapon. I am convinced Dryden is going to play some important part. I wonder how sitting on a chair with a flaming sword is going to do it, but I'm really looking forward to it. Meanwhile, I have prepared a suitable spell for this, and I am going to let loose with a magic missile,
Nice.
targeting the nearest skeleton 4 probably. And so
Yeah, success.
that's success, and then damage is 5.
Nice. Yeah, you sort of apply 5 damage onto one of these skeletons.
Yeah.
That's
Nearest one to us, I think. Whichever.
cool. Yeah.
Should I have?
Do that one because he's already taken some damage. It makes sense that he is the closest. Yeah. Yeah. Cool.
Oh, he's supposed to be dead.
Edwin, you see these magic missiles fly off towards this swarm of skeletons. What are you doing?
I am immediately impressed, of course, by this magic. And I will, knowing I have no such powers, just step here so I can see down, and I'm just going to be shooting arrows over Maxwell's shoulder to try and hit some of these skeletons. And
Every
I don't know,
shoulder through
humming
his arm.
some battle song to myself as I do, but yeah, I'm going all just bow and arrow for this.
Yeah. Cool. You can volley.
I can volley. Oh boy, that is 6.
Excellent. You can mark XP.
Yeah.
And you can
Awesome.
roll your damage as well.
Oh yeah. Wow. Yeah. That's a 4.
Nice. Yeah. It just
Sorry,
sort of
Maxwell.
pings into Maxwell's shoulder. You do 2 damage to him. And the sort of distraction as he sort of takes that, I guess it's just enough to sort of knock his attention for a moment, allow the skeletons to come just pouring through the doorway as they continue their sort of march forwards into the room itself.
Oh, that's not good. That's
My
not good.
bad.
Maxwell, yeah, you sort of feel this sort of this arrow just sort of pings and sort of just grabs you in the shoulder, does a bit of damage to you, and as you sort of turn just to react to it for a moment, you turn back and just find the skeletons swarming through the doorway. What are you doing?
I'll try and get my halberd to push as many back through the door.
You can defy danger with your strength.
Just as many back through as I can. Oh.
Yeah, you can mark XP. Yeah, they actually push you. You sort of try and push them. Instead, the sort of just overwhelming force of all of them just pushing through the doorway actually just pushes you.
Piling on him.
You just fall backwards, and in the sort of crush of it, you take 2 more damage as they just sort of push you down. Just sort of, but they're basically like stood atop Maxwell at this point. They're just sort of all piled on top of him. Victor, you are closest to Maxwell as he gets knocked to the floor, and this crowd of skeletons pushes their way in.
Oh well, the second they sort of push me in, I walk backwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would like to, as I'm walking backwards, I ask Sidamir what I should do, what like for guidance.
Power up.
And
It's sorry, I'm casting guidance as well.
yeah. Nice, successful.
So it's just a gesture.
Yeah. And just from that magical hand, I guess you saw last time, the National Lottery hand, it just sort of it just appears briefly over the skeletons in the shape of like a large mace and just smashes down towards them.
Okay. So I pull out my staff and may I dash forward and bash one on the head?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So I then run forward and bash that one on the head.
Yeah.
As a yeah. I don't do that.
No, you dash forward. You take an attempt. You've got enough XP to level up.
Does that happen now?
No, it doesn't. It's when you take some kind of rest, essentially.
Oh,
Survived long enough to do that.
yeah.
Yeah, you go to do it, and I guess as you do, you just for a moment. I don't know if it's the distraction of the cloud dissipating above their heads or whatever, but it's almost like you stop paying attention for just a split second, and in that moment, that same skeleton is just able to swing his sort of rusty sword down at you instead, which has 5 damage, minus your 1 armor, so 4 damage.
Yeah.
Dryden, you are sat on a chair with a flaming weapon in your hands. The skeletons have poured into the room now. What do you want to do?
I mean, am I being blind? Where are my health sheet? Does character sheet say what my health is? Oh, hey, got it.
Got it. Dryden? I think he was disappearing quickly, so maybe he's not back yet. I guess in that case, Pring.
Well, I will demonstrate that one of the big things we learnt at the Hidden Academy was casting spells while walking backwards. And I'm going to move back to there, letting off another magic missile and saying to Edwin, "Get Maxwell out from under them." And then I shall cast my spell. Oh, that didn't work.
Nice, yeah.
Oh, at least it worked. Twice in a row. At whichever one was nearest Maxwell.
Yeah, so you actually managed to...
Oh,
that particular skeleton just drops to
Perfect.
the floor in a pile of bones, almost sort of shatters and explodes. They all just sort of drop down to the floor. Maxwell, you're down the floor at the minute. You've just got this crushing of this mob of skeletons all sort of above you at the moment. What are you doing?
I want to try and like push myself upwards and like hack and slash and like push them back a little bit at the same time.
I'll get you to defy danger with your strength again if you're just trying to power your way back up. Yeah, so you just about, you're able to sort of like push and pull against them, and as you're sort of struggling to get back up, you're left with a bit of an awkward choice of either getting, as you're sort of getting up, they sort of almost like stand back down on one of your arms, and you're left with the decision of either sort of going back down or dropping your weapon but getting to your feet.
I'm going to drop my weapon to pick it back up to my feet instead of being on the floor.
So you drop the weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're able to get back up, but you drop your weapon as you're sort of getting up, and it's somewhere just lost in this swarm around you of skeletons. What do you want to do?
And then
Did the skeleton that just died have a weapon on him?
Yeah, he's got like a rusty sword. Yeah.
I guess I'll try and pick that up when I get a go next.
Yeah, you can do it again now. I think it's probably defy danger again, but I guess this one is more about just quick thinking. So I'll get you to do it with intelligence. That's very fitting, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like, don't pick it up. I'll pick up a bone or something and drop it.
You mark XP. Yeah, you sort of kneel down to try and grab it back again, and as you do, they just swarm around you, and you're just knocked straight back down to the ground. And you're just swarmed underneath these skeletons. Edwin,
Can I do something?
Oh yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Sorry. I suddenly remember. I'm like, oh, sorry. I understand what the guidance was from my god now.
Hey,
I kind of forgot that I turned on dead.
that is beautifully fitting.
Oh,
It wasn't a mace; it was a chess piece.
Yes.
In my head, I saw a mace, and so I was attacking. But actually, it's a chess piece. You're saying use my symbol.
Yeah, and almost immediately, all those skeletons just immediately turn
Wow.
and start marching back down the hallway. Edwin, what do you do as you see this happening?
I watch them start to walk down. I just call out, "Yeah, and stay gone!"
Yeah,
And then kind of look around and see if everyone else is still standing. They all seem to be in one piece. And I go, "Oh, that's quick thinking, Victor. Quick thinking. Maybe I don't give your deity enough praise, I suppose."
Well, the sun is very good at this game.
you see
They
the
took
skeletons
turn
just disappear
undead
down the
very
hallway.
literally.
Can I wander out to the hallway and just kind of like try and keep an eye on where they're going, possibly?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I mean they are fleeing, so they're not going to be bothered about you chasing them. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to see if they go down one of the other corridors.
Yeah, so you see them go down, and they actually go down the. If we're still numbering from sort of left to right from the staircase, they go down the second.
Right.
Yeah, the
They
second
go
of
down
the
number
corridors.
2.
Maxwell, before you chase after them, like I
Maxwell's
know,
laying on the floor contemplating life.
well, before you chase after them, like I knew you were going to go. Here, drink this, and I'll give Maxwell one of my healing potions.
Oh my goodness.
Is
Is he feeding me? So Maxwell's like lifted his helmet up for him to like.
Yeah,
pour it down.
I'll just pour it in. 10 points of damage.
Nice.
Heal.
Damage.
Yeah, heal. Sorry, that was the other potion.
Fine. Yeah, that puts it back up to max health.
Oh no! I just picked my halberd up again if I can find it.
Nice use of the turn undead, by the way. I was pretty sure I'd set you up, and I thought maybe you just forgot all about it.
I had. It was in my character sheet. I was like, hang on a minute. That's what I should be doing.
What a cleric does, they turn undead.
Yeah, I don't quite understand why that's such a core feature of the class, but I guess it is like
It's
a
a
bit
cool
classic,
thing.
isn't it?
Holy things don't like undead?
Yeah, get the.
Oh well,
behind-
undead are like unable to go near things that are properly holy, right? Because they're so unholy.
Yeah.
So you kind of
Yeah,
make
yes,
such a big religious kind of energy spout from you that they just can't be near you, so they run away.
Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. Anyway, I did it.
Yeah.
So if I want to level up, how long will the rest take to level up?
You have to rest for a number of hours equal to your to basically the XP required to level up. So the minute you'd have to rest for 8 hours.
Oh, okay, so proper long rest.
That's a full
Hours
night.
or days. So like you could actually be like, oh, it has to be 8 days. That seems mad.
I'm happy with hours, but yes.
I appreciate the hours.
We'll get more in a dungeon. It feels like we're never level up, right? That's okay. Okay, fine. So can I no longer earn experience? I
You what,
can.
sorry?
Right. I can earn experience, right?
Yeah. When you've got so XP leveling up doesn't reset your experience; it just minuses the amount required.
Okay. Cool.
So, do we follow the skeletons? How long's that? How long do you think you've got the power of repelling them?
I don't anymore.
It's as long as long as you pray and brandish the holy symbols. So
Yeah, which I would have stopped doing once they ran around the corner.
Oh, I wait here to see if they come back then.
I want to go down door 6.
This is
That's
door
what-
6, isn't it?
This is door 7.
Oh, yeah, sorry, you rolled a 6 for it, yeah.
The sun is acting through me and moving me to door 6.
Nice.
But this manifests itself in me saying, I think we should go that way, and just pointing in. I'm walking slowly, making sure the group is following me, and if they don't follow me, then I won't go. But sort of
Follow, but
pushing
slowly.
us
Normally
towards
I'm in
6.
front of him, but this time I'm behind him for once.
I'm keeping relatively close to Maxwell, as he seems to be the thing that will stop skeletons hitting me.
Yeah, he's definitely the meat shield.
I probably I throw an offhanded comment towards Dryden, asking like, "Man, I'm trying to write a song about you. I can't write a song about you if you don't do things. Like, gotta smash some skeletons next time, man."
Alright, I just didn't want to sit up.
I know, but I'm trying to write this song about you being a great adventurer, and if you're not beating
I think-
things up with your fire, I can't write a good song.
I think it's clear that Lord Dryden has just not found a challenge worthy of his skills yet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to sell it as that, aren't I? Like,
Lord Dryden, valiant, let Maxwell be crushed by the skeletons.
yeah. It's fine. It just builds character. It's all good.
Cool. Yes, as you head up corridor 6, you go you head down that way a little bit. Then you come across a doorway, and it's just a sort of plain wooden door, but it has a sign written sort of in the common tongue on it, which says "Do not enter." And it's just like this, it's just like hand scribbled on there, "Do not enter" with an exclamation mark.
That seems pretty clear, guys.
We have to go in, right?
Column corridor 1.
Yep. This is the sign left by the sun. This is a high level area, so we need to come back later on.
This is the end. This is the end level.
Exactly. Yeah.
Are you slowly transitioning into Dice Man?
I do like to roll some dice sometimes for determining things like this, where this could be either thing, like either thing makes story sense.
Yeah.
And I don't like to just choose one. Sometimes like to make it random.
So we're agreed. We'll go and look somewhere else. Or are we going in?
I listen to the door. See if I hear anything on the other side.
The sun is commanding me not to go through. It's kind of to go somewhere else.
You hear
I
nothing.
do my guidance thing.
I
And
hear
ask What
nothing.
here is evil?
Can you what? Sorry.
Can I do my human trait to see what here is evil?
In this particular room, nothing at all.
Evil in there. Nothing for me to kill.
Can I expend a use of my adventuring gear
Mhm.
and say that I brought a pencil with me?
Yeah, sure. I thought you were going for those little wires like they have in Rainbow Six to look under the door.
And then
Yeah.
I just scribble out the word "not" on the side.
Yeah.
DLC. They've patched this area.
And I point again and I go, "Oh, look, you got to read this." And I tuck the pencil behind my back. Maybe the sun was wrong. Maybe the sun changed their
Open the
mind.
door.
At
I
the
don't
moment,
think the sun was wrong. I think the game's updated and now we've unlocked this area.
at the moment that Edwin says the sun might be wrong, I step a little bit further away from him and out of Maxwell's swinging halberd range, just in case.
It's fine, I got armor on. I'll be alright.
Oh yeah, that's what the imp said.
Yeah.
Go on,
We
Imp.
want to go for it. We go for it.
Oh, open the door now, are we? I mean,
Apparently.
it says to do it, so why not? Yeah.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah, you open the door and it opens really easily. And there's this sort of this long corridor. It's about It's about 10 feet across. And it's this one actually slopes slightly upwards, but in no way like not to the extremity of the previous slope you come across. This is like maybe like 15 to 20 degrees slope. It's quite a comfortable sort of slope. There's nothing really you can see. The floor is like utterly devoid. It's just very very clean. No obvious sort of signs of anything you can see. And at the far end of the corridor, about 40 feet away, you can just see this large, looks like I guess almost like a light bulb, just like a large glass circle or globe, I guess, just sort of suspended from the ceiling.
I'm
Well,
just
that
going to poke
seems
it with my
ominous.
halberd.
Whoa.
Oh!
I grab him by the collar as he goes to walk in. I go, think about that. How long was this corridor, sorry?
About
Before
50
it gets to
feet.
that? I go, if we're going to poke it, should we poke it with something from a distance?
I thought I'd use my weapon.
Your halberd is not 50 feet long. You would have to get closer to do
Be
that.
a little bit close to it.
Before that, I'm experienced in
Poking.
magical things. Just
Precision poking, okay.
yeah,
And I will
poking.
step
I mean,
back.
after all, look what happened with the boat. I'm gonna move slowly forward, and I'm basically discerning realities
Yeah.
around this globe.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh,
You can have an XP.
Oh,
yeah,
hurrah.
you don't really notice anything of note at all.
Wait, so are you inside the corridor now?
yeah. This thing is in a room at the end of the corridor, isn't it? Or sort of a chamber of some sort. So I'm imagining I was getting
I mean,
close to or entering the
I was
chamber.
just going to shoot an arrow down the corridor and try and hit it and see what happened. But now you're in the corridor, I feel less.
Oh, we said poke from distance. I wondered how you're poking from 50 feet, but
Yeah.
an arrow
I-
makes sense.
Yeah.
I am confident. This is nothing special. It's a glowing light. It's a glowing bulb. Do what you want.
You
and
tell me that?
Yeah. I'll walk back behind Edwin. It's fine. There's nothing there.
I summon all my inner accuracy and attempt to shoot an arrow at this glowing thing.
Cool. Yeah, you can volley.
Okay.
In fact, I don't think you volley. You can just roll your damage. I mean, you've got time.
Okay.
You've got time to line the shot up.
That's fine then. It's 6d6 for damage. It's a 3. 3.
Nice. Yeah. So you sort of shoot the arrow at it, and it's sort of it looks like it must be quite hardened glass because your arrow just sort of it does a little. You see it sort of hits it, does a little damage, maybe cracks it very slightly. But the glass doesn't shatter. It just you can see like this sort of slight damage to it, but it's still intact.
How much of the rest of the space around it can I see?
Yeah, you can see it quite comfortably. So it seems like there's nothing at all on the ground. There's nothing around it. Nothing you can see. It's completely devoid of anything really.
There's just this thing glowing.
Yeah, well, it's not even glowing. So sorry, when I said light bulb, that probably made it sound like it was glowing.
It's just like a glass.
Yeah, it's
ring.
just a glass. Yeah, it looks like as you got a little bit closer, and you sort of line up your shot and pay a bit more attention. It looks like it's full of some kind of liquid. And you can.
Okay.
It looks like you can see. It looks like there's some like some kind of objects inside of it as well.
Well, this sounds like a problem for someone else, so I kind of just look back to the rest of these guys expectantly.
I ask my god. Oh, holy sun. What is this? Actually, the guidance doesn't even work like that. I just ask for guidance and I get told what the guidance is. Yeah, I cast guidance.
Yeah. And again, the National Lottery hand, it sort of appears right in front of the globe, and it's just this sort of finger ticking from it's like side to side, like
Folks, we should not break the glass.
kind of what it sounds like.
Dryden, what do you want to do? How do you feel about this glass?
I'm just like, Edwin, do you want me to do this like super heroic thing that you want to write for this book?
I mean, it would be nice if you did something, but
Can I?
also
Superheat
feel
the
like
glass.
we probably shouldn't
Going
break this
glass,
glass.
that'd be fun.
But at the same time, I'm curious.
How close is the glass to us?
I mean, the whole corridor's 50 feet.
And how far away is the glass?
You tell me. How close do you want to get to it?
First of all, can I cast a bow and arrow out of my fire?
Yeah, I think you can. Can you choose it with a range tag?
Yes, yeah, it's got throw near. It said.
Yeah, so I guess you can. It'd have to be like some kind of short bow, I guess, because you got the near tag on it. You'll have to roll for your burning brand again, because
I think it's thrown, right? It's a thrown weapon. It's a near thrown weapon.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, so it could be like some sort of dagger or like ninja styles or something.
I'll do like a ninja style then.
Do your burning brand again then, because obviously it's a different weapon from what you had previously.
Yeah. Wait, what happens if I get like a bad roll like that?
I think. Yeah, you're just not able. You're just not able to cast anything. You attempt to summon a fire weapon, and you are unable, but you do gain an XP.
Okay, that's fine.
Not the Messiah.
Oh well.
Folks, we should leave this area. The sun doesn't want us here.
I'll just go up and poke it with my thing like.
Maxwell, the sun does not want us here.
Tiny.
As you, I mean, you don't. Maybe you stop before you poke it, but as you sort of approach it to have a look, Maxwell, you can see that inside of this glass globe, sort of inside the liquid, there's a lot of gold coins. You can also see a few weapons. There's like an ornate-looking sword that looks like it is possibly a bit of some value. It looks sort of pretty well maintained. And you can also see a number of like food rations in there as well.
Is it defy realities to see if it's a test, to see if I'm greedy for my god?
You can discern realities if you want.
My god might be testing me whether I should touch it and not be greedy.
Your god tells you nothing, but you can have an XP.
Maxwell, come.
It's a test and I will not touch it. I feel like it's a test, like one of those chests that eat you. I forgot what they're called right now.
Mimic.
Yeah.
Step back and I'll go, Edwin, I think you've got the right idea of shooting it with an arrow. And I will stand up.
Praying.
Well, I'm curious about this. So you said there was actual items floating around in this.
Yeah. So there's.
How big is this? Like, how big is this?
I mean, you could it's large enough that if you were to climb in the top of the globe, I guess if there was an open, like 2 or 3 of you could probably bathe in it.
And is there an opening at the top?
There isn't. No, it is like it is
solid glass.
Yeah.
Edwin, come. Yeah. You are a follower now of the sun.
Yes, but the sun told me with the sign that I should open and I should go in and investigate. So,
if that's what he communicates to you, go ahead.
We don't question these things, right? We just do them. So
yes,
very well. Yes,
like
you have learnt.
Can I go up and just like put my hands on the globe?
Yeah,
and just like focus on like the thought of, I don't know, that like really nice sword or something, and see if it just like moves to me or something. I don't know. I'm some spitballing ideas here.
The sword doesn't seem as attracted to you as you are to it.
Does the liquid in there react at all when I put my hands on it?
No.
And it's full of this liquid.
Yeah.
Is it attached to anything, this globe, or is it just floating there?
It's just floating there.
So if I push it, does it move?
No, it doesn't budge at all.
Mr. Magic Man,
Mm-hmm.
is there any magic going on up here?
Hang on a minute.
If that's something you can do.
Yeah, I'll. Yep, I can. I just couldn't remember if I prepared it, but I have. Okay, I'll come back. I mean, I've already detected realities here, and there was nothing unusual. But if you want me to cast the spell, that's fine.
I mean, I just think, just to be sure, some things are tricky and just don't,
Okay, here we go. Casting detect magic. No.
Damn it.
No,
Sorry.
you mark XP, but you forget that spell.
And as I think I've gained the XP. Excellent. If I'm, what was I going to say? So yeah, I mean, as I go to cast it, as I've said, it means just pulling in power from elsewhere. Literally, reality starts to open. That's how I feel it, and the magic seems to get attracted to the orb or something. I don't know. It didn't come to me. It's not good. I'm not trying that again. Definitely not.
What? There's no magic here, is what you're saying. Okay, that's fine.
Nothing magic.
That's fine.
It absorbed it, ate it, disappeared.
Now, I heard tale, and I've read the tale of many a great bard with such control over their vocal range that they could sing at a frequency that would shatter glass. I'd like to think Edwin has definitely practiced this. I'm not sure whether he has ever succeeded, but he is certainly considering trying it. And suggests this to the rest of you, that he has heard tale of of bards who could sing at such a frequency and possibly shatter this glass. What should he do it?
Who's going to write your story when you
Edwin, remember the teachings.
Right, I should just do it because that's what the sun wants.
just do it?
Yeah.
I nod my head sagely.
Well, there's nothing magical here. Go for it.
Yeah, so it's just a normal globe, right?
Globe with
It's
floating
not like it's gonna
swords
like
and
eat
stuff
me or
in it.
anything.
Yeah.
I love that
I
as you
think-
convert more people to your religion, the world is just getting dumber. Like people are just entirely foolhardy at this point. If
I don't.
I think
have a
I'll
sneaky,
do it.
To make
have a
it very
sneaky
clear,
suspicion
Edwin is not converted at all.
No.
He is taking the piss.
I don't mean.
Like Edwin is just using that as an excuse to fuel his shenanigans at this point.
Yeah.
I don't
Which
know
maybe
what you
possibly does make him a believer, because that might be the exact point of this religion, I suppose. But
mean. Oh, there's not much point.
he doesn't believe in
That's
the
the
god.
Do you not believe in the god at all? Out of interest.
He believes it exists, or that the deity exists. He doesn't necessarily believe in the religion around it.
Yeah, cool. Okay, fine. Anyway, yeah, I said, perhaps the sun was telling me that I should be the one to break it.
Perhaps. I still think we should take a few steps back first.
I will acquiesce.
Concur. I concur.
And I attempt to sing at the perfect pitch to shatter glass.
I guess this is arcane art.
Is it? I don't know.
I mean, yeah, it's a performance.
Okay. Plus charisma. That's 5.
Oh.
No, it's a horrific song, Edwin, but you can
A
mark
sudden-
next
It's
to.
not good. I don't hit the note. Like my
Yeah.
voice cracks. It goes all over. It's not good.
A sudden lack of confidence as you actually come to do it.
I get an XP, right?
You do.
Edwin,
Uh,
find your voice from him.
Well,
Let
I
him
can't say I
sing
didn't
through you.
try. I tried that. He's not a good singer,
There-
clearly.
Do or do not, there is no try. There's only the actions of
Maybe he
the
was a
sun.
lesson.
Your
that
failures
don't-
are not your failures. Your failures are his failures.
That's
Through
awful
you.
convenient, isn't it?
Maybe you're meant to fail here.
That's that's the religion. There we are.
Yeah. It's the
Is that
entire
my-
religion.
Is that my failures are my failures and somebody else's failures? That's the whole base of the religion.
yeah.
It's got totally twisted, but that is the reason it exists.
I want the sword. I don't even want the sword to use the sword, but I want the sword. It looks cool, and there's money in there. Can someone just break the? Oh, should we just leave it?
It's the will of the sun.
I swing
think
it.
leaving
I swing it with my short sword.
Sure, you can roll damage.
Just roll damage. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a 4.
Yeah, it's enough to shatter it. Yeah, so you shatter the glass, and instead of just like water pouring out, this large gel just pours out of
This
it.
cube. Yeah,
No.
yeah.
What did you do?
I knew it would happen. I knew it was going to be some ooze. I am an agent of chaos. The world just flows through me. I don't have a choice in this. Okay, it happens.
And
Welcome
yes,
to religion.
it just
Oh.
sort of falls down onto the ground, and then as this room is sloped, it just starts sloping down and just rolling forwards
that's
towards you,
why it's
Edwin.
this way.
Oh god, boulders, run.
You can defy danger with your dexterity.
Oh god, I'm not that good at that. It's just like, yeah, okay. This is gonna go great. That is 8. I get a worse outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice.
Yeah, I'll give you a choice, I guess. So you can take no damage, and be swallowed into the gelatinous cube, or you can allow it to just sort of crush under you, but you're just about able to escape from it rather than being pulled in.
I would not like to be swallowed because that sounds dreadful. So I pick the other option.
Nice.
Oh, that was a D10.
Oh, yeah.
Does 4 after your armor. You're able to just about stumble away a bit, Edwin. Victor, I guess you are.
I did a
You
thing.
see Edwin just stumble in front of this just large cube of sort of transparent, transparent nothingness other than all what the items within it.
Firstly, I'm pretty proud. You seem to really be embracing the teachings of this religion. Secondly, I look within myself. I ask like from not guidance, not hard guidance, but I look at what the sun wants me to do, and I probably run away as fast as my little legs will carry me.
And I will thank the sun for giving me the warning of not being greedy. Well, Victor.
You're
was
in
a
no
test.
immediate danger, Victor, so you can just run away.
Maxwell.
So I'm
once
going to
again-
run the other side of the door, basically. Not close the door. I'm kind of waiting there to close the door once everyone's out.
That's cool. Dryden, I guess you sort of just see Victor over at the corner of your eye start darting in the other direction. Ahead of you, you've got Edwin just stumbling out of this gelatinous cube's sort of reach. What do you want to do?
I will remind you of what happened last time there was an imminent thing of danger in a narrow corridor.
Hence the boulder comment.
Yeah, indeed. I'm just making it very clear. Bristol.
So we're fighting it, right?
Yeah.
Dryden, you are muted, obviously.
rock. It's the new boulder.
It's a squishy boulder.
Yeah, very squishy boulder. Path your success.
Run!
Choose one of those tags.
Throne.
You can take the throne. Yeah.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
choice.
Cool. It's thrown and near, but yeah. So you have like a close range throwing burning weapon prepared.
Okay, I throw it at the gelatinous cube.
It's probably a little bit far away from you just yet. You might have to. Oh no, I guess you're not too bad. Like near in this isn't like near is like.
Yeah, I think near's the same as my short bow.
Yeah, it
Oh, no,
is.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
So yeah, you can do that. You can volley Dryden. Bear in mind, Edwin is stumbling out of it during this. So.
Okay.
He gets to do it with his intelligence, right, instead of strength or
Wait,
dex.
what is it?
Yeah, I think
Volley.
I've done that already.
Okay, cool.
Oh.
Oh no, I haven't. But would that have made
Oh.
a difference?
Just to add...
Yeah, you would have got +1, so it's a 6. Still would have been a miss. So yeah, you can mark an XP, Dryden. As your flaming dagger, you can also roll your damage as your flaming dagger just meets the stumbling Edwin.
Oh.
Oh yay!
Every
Thanks.
crowd.
I shout sorry.
Yeah, you can roll your damage.
Please be a 0.
For 0, that would be impressive.
Wait, with hack and slash or?
No, roll your damage. There's just a button on your character sheet that says damage.
Oh yeah.
Good roll.
Oh my.
Thanks, Dryden.
I'm sorry.
Alright, I'm nearly dead.
We did say to run.
Maxwell,
There's a reason.
you see this flaming dagger just stab into Edwin's like upper shoulder. You've previously been hit by Edwin, obviously, with a ranged weapon. So how do you want to respond to this?
So is that me?
Yeah.
Have I still got my rope in my hand at all? My rope nearby?
If you tell me you have, then you have.
Can I like throw the end of the rope to Edwin and task him to grab hold of it?
Grab.
Yeah.
Oh, I grab it.
And
Straight
then
away, I grab it.
I just run off, hopefully dragging Edwin behind me on the rope.
Like this plan.
I will. Yeah, that's cool. I will probably get Edwin to do a defy danger roll still.
With what?
That is a good question.
I think
Ready.
strength.
I
Don't say that!
I was gonna suggest with bonds with Maxwell.
That'd be +1, I'll take that.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, can you do that? Can you roll bonds?
Well, I rolled an 11, so that's
Oh, nice.
12.
Well, in that case, no matter what you rolled, then you're pretty fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just run down the corridor with Edwin dangling.
Yeah,
by
even
his
at
rope.
strength that would have been good.
Yeah, Maxwell just pulls Edwin down that direction. I guess Pring, you see Maxwell just running towards you with Edwin on a
Edwin's
rope behind.
smouldering slightly.
I love this.
I'm going to demonstrate again my ability to move backwards while casting magic missile.
It's a skill.
Oh,
It's partial success, which so then spell is cast, but choose one. I think this time, I'm going to lose after it's cast. The spell is forgotten.
Yeah,
that stops
is
me
that both
being.
your spells gone then?
That's both my spells gone. I've got some cantrips,
Oh, okay. Okay. That's alright then.
and also I don't
Good
think
damage.
Nice.
Oh, we
Yeah.
can kill it!
I
We can kill it and get all the loot.
Actually, we totally can kill it. I didn't realize how injured, like
I
how.
think it's very unlikely to kill it. And I'm going to carry on backing away. I'm really worried. The gelatinous cube hits the.
It melts through the door, therefore we
Yeah.
have to kill it.
He needs magic items by the looks of it. It can't be like.
Well, that was a magic missile.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It did damage on it. I'm guessing
As-
maybe my blades wouldn't.
Yeah, so you got 5 HP left.
Dryden,
Magic
you see that
Wow.
magic missile come sort of flying past you and sort of smash into the gelatinous cube, and it just sort of, it's almost like a part of it, like the top corner of it almost sort of dissolves in sort of magic for a moment before it sort of just like, and just fills back up the space again. What do you want to do? It's slowly just approaching down towards you.
See, now that I'm not in the way, you could throw all your fiery daggers to your
I
heart.
can. That's what I'm gonna do.
If he misses now, Jake, we'll just see in what direction he throws it, shall we?
I feel like that deserves a D8 roll for a compass direction. Yeah.
Can I walk back a little bit over here?
What, behind me?
So that Edwin is between you and the gelatinous cube. Just to
Yeah.
clarify. Cool.
Throw. Target the cube.
Yeah.
And then we go down to Burning Brand.
No, you
Let me roll.
you don't have to cast your burning brand again. You've already got it, so you get 3
Yeah, you
uses.
have 3
So you have 2 uses left on it.
Right. Can I throw it again?
Yeah, you can volley, which I've switched to
Volley.
your intelligence.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you can roll for damage, Dryden.
It's gonna be the worst damage.
What does the dangerous tag do? By the way.
So it basically means dangerous means that there is
Fire.
if you fail, it's probably worse than a normal fail.
Right. Okay. It doesn't mean he
like there-
burns himself using it or anything. That's
No, there are like serious consequences if it goes wrong.
Like,
Okay.
like sticking it in
throwing
someone's
a
back.
dagger into
Yeah,
me.
the actual rules are that it's easy to get in trouble with, and foolishness means consequences. So it's
Right,
good that
okay.
Cormac's got it.
Don't play with fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, who could any more better than Cormac to have that?
Yeah, you do some damage to it, Dryden. Edwin, you are being dragged along the floor. What do you want to do whilst being dragged?
I mean, I've got one hand on this rope because I'm being dragged. I still have a pencil. Not sure that's gonna do much. Back in the pocket. I have some arrows, and I just kind of, as I'm going along, snap the end off of an arrow and just try and throw it like a ninja star down the corridor.
It sounds like a volley.
It could only go well, right? I mean, I'll take disadvantage if you want me to have it, 'cause that seems ridiculous.
Yeah, you do it with disadvantage. You roll 3 and take the worst 2.
I need another D6 because I forgot it was a thing. That one will do. So I drop the highest, don't I?
Yeah.
Well, that's annoying. I rolled 2 6s and a 1.
Oh,
So that'll be 7, 8.
partial success.
Yeah.
That's on a volley, isn't it? I
Yeah.
have a choice at that point, I believe.
Yeah, you have to move to get the shot, and puts you in some kind of danger. You take minus 1d6 damage, or you reduce your ammo by 1.
I mean, I'm literally breaking the arrow. That kind of makes sense that I reduced the ammo by 1, I
Yeah,
think.
I'm fine with that.
I'm also imagining, like, as you put it out, you, like, drop a load of other arrows.
Yeah, some more spill out and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will do 1 arrow, or one arrow usage, whatever it is. Can't remember what it's called now. 3 ammo, that was it. So I only have 2 ammo left. But I still deal a d6 damage, yeah?
Yes, yeah, you can do a damage.
Come on! It's a 3!
Nice, and yeah, you sort of throw the arrow and it just gets sucked into the cube.
But does nothing.
No damage.
Ah, I thought so. Yeah. I keep holding the rope. I'm like, go, 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 go.
Yeah,
Someone hit with something big.
Edwin keeps shouting out, go, go, go to you, Maxwell.
So it just continues running.
You just carry on running, yeah, that's cool. I don't think you're in any immediate danger, Edwin, so you're fine. Victor, Maxwell catches up to alongside you.
Yeah, whilst this is going on, I'm going to ask for guidance.
One more good hit. Burn that boy.
The first one?
Yeah.
Like, I basically shout out quite loud, like, louder than I want to, because I'm a bit out of breath. Like, what do I do now?
Perfect, yeah. Yeah, so you shout out, And the the famous National Lottery trademarked hand appears above you, and it basically just points down towards the door and is pointing in that direction like it's go time. Now, as you shout out, you're rather loud, and there is a shambling noise in the distance as your skeleton friends appear to have found where you are and are heading down from the other end of the corridor.
But the arrow points that way, right?
Yes.
Where its arrow point?
Oh yeah, it suggests going. Yeah, like run. It's still going for the exit. Yeah. And I
So I
think...
immediately just turned
Go on.
cool undead. Can't we just try to do cool
yeah,
turn
you
undead?
can react. You can react immediately to it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, they sort of cut. They hear the noise. They come turn around the corner, and then immediately just sort of see you holding your holy symbol, I guess. And Stormtrooper style, or sorry, I suppose Han and Chewie style, just immediately turn and run in the other direction again.
Oh, I think I will have to probably spend quite a while like keeping this up
I think that
to make sure they go away. Yeah.
Am I right in thinking our fiery dude has one more use of his thing left, right?
He does, Dryden. You have one use of your fiery weapon left.
I'm gonna use that last thing to sleep. Not to sleep, to unmute. I'm gonna back off a little bit.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna throw my thing at it.
Go for it.
Ooh. Huh.
You got a choice of one of those. Reducing your ammo by 1, I would suggest, is not an option because you have no uses of this left. So minus 1d6 damage, or you get in some kind of danger. Which would you like?
I'll take the top one.
You go into some kind of danger. Okay, you can roll your damage first then.
What a man.
Please tell me I step in the way of the
You got this,
dagger.
you got this, you got this. Yes!
Nice. Yeah, your fiery weapon smashes out the gelatinous cube, and it's just like this big burst as this sort of like jelly liquid just explodes, and you're close enough still, Dryden, that it just sort of lands all over you. You're sort of covered in this like ectoplasm type mess. And obviously you get in some kind of danger, don't you? So the sword that was within the gelatinous cube drops to the floor for just a moment, and then almost immediately
Right.
a ghost comes up out of the ground and says, "Ah, my sword!" Grabs the sword and immediately just dashes towards you, Dryden, with it.
What?
Oh, your sword!
He's got your sword, Edwin.
And I think that is
Your
a
sword! I
perfect
found
place
out
to
to
leave stuff.
Edwin that he's got your sword. Are you going to try and kill him or what?
Well, I know I don't know the frequency to sing out to shatter glass. Do I know the frequency to sing out to shatter ghosts?
You've
I
got
looked
7
next to
days
me
to
and there's someone
decide.
else.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Gotta be some kind of ghost banishment voice, right? That's a thing.
Turn
I'm sure.
undead?
Oh, that's the point. Yeah, turn undead
Well,
is still up.
but isn't Victor kind of busy turning
I-
skeletons?
I might have to do it, but you're probably gonna have to wait like a few. I know it's not rounds, but like you have to wait some actions before I can turn around. I think. Do we do
Cool.
end of
session. Does anyone
yeah.
have any bonds that they feel were resolved, completed, or no longer relevant?
I think so.
Yes.
I think I've converted Edwin to my faith, and I've been working on that. Whether you actually are part of my faith or not doesn't matter. I think that I've converted you to my faith.
Yeah.
So I just get rid of that, right? I get an XP for it.
As long as Edwin still has to agree. But if you agree that he believes that, then
I agree that I'm carrying it on as a joke, and if he believes it, then I feel like if
good
he
enough.
believes it, then I feel like it's
yeah.
complete.
So you can mark an XP for
I'm
that.
not. I have not been converted to his faith, but
And
He
then
definitely thinks
you do add a new bond based on some of the events of this.
Yeah,
session.
so my new bond is that I'm trying to convince Edwin to write songs about my religion.
Nice.
That's the next level, right? Now I converted you. I'll try and
that's the next step.
Are you Edwin's
Yeah.
Yoko?
I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like you
yeah.
should specify non-offensive because Edwin has almost certainly written songs about your religion, but they were not kind.
Any others for you?
If
Vic?
it's songs.
No, I'm slightly tempted to say that Dryden will play an important role, but I think killing the gelatinous cube was important, but I don't think it was important enough.
I've had my mind changed again. Last time I was convinced against Maxwell's greatness and gave myself a new bond that I wouldn't rely on him in a moment of peril, and then literally nearly died to a gelatinous cube, and he saved my life. I'd class that as a bond
Yeah.
completed.
Yeah, I think that is valid.
And I would certainly rely on Maxwell in a moment of peril at this point. So that's done, and I get an XP, right?
Yes.
For that? And I have to get a new one.
You create a new bond. Doesn't have to be with Maxwell. It can be with anyone. Yeah. Oh, the other thing as well. If at the end of a session, even if you haven't got rid of a bond, you can add a new bond if you think something makes sense session-wise.
I don't think so for me. I think the main thing for me was Edwin, but I've already kind of covered that with this next leveling up. So
I've got a couple that may have been done as well.
Go for it, Maxwell. What have you got?
Edwin, misguided behaviour endangers their very soul.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but-
absolutely resolved. Yeah.
That is, yeah.
Victor.
yeah, because it's no longer misguided. Now it's guided by the sun.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why it's resolved.
Yeah, it's still endangers
That's
your very
the only
soul.
part of that
Yeah.
that's resolved, yeah.
Yeah. So do I just plus the XP?
You get to
by
mark an
clicking
XP and then
plus?
then you can just trash that bond.
Victor stood by me in the battle. He ran next to me in the skeletons.
Yeah, he did. To be fair,
Trusted.
as long as Victor agrees.
Did I? Oh, I didn't know. Bash something, didn't
You
I?
did run up
Yeah.
and try and bonk a skeleton on the head.
Yes, him.
You
Was it
failed
imp,
at bonking the skeleton on the head.
You did bump an
didn't
imp.
try.
Yeah, he
I
killed
bonked
him.
him.
Yeah.
I tried to bonk a skeleton, but
And then
only when it came up to me. I
But you
didn't come up
turned-
to it.
But
He
you
ran
did
up to me like a
eventually
skeleton.
stand up to the skeletons and scare them
Yeah,
away.
I fell
I
over.
did. Yeah, sure.
And then you
Dryden's very brave soul. I don't really think that anymore, where he sat on that seat the whole time. I could probably approve Ron. I respect brings leaves, but hope someday see the truth. He pushed over a boat.
I did. I've pushed over a boat, although we're not talking about that.
Okay,
What boat?
I got two then. Oh, we'll come up with two new ones.
yeah, you haven't think on two other ones yet.
Zion has a bond with me. Is that something you haven't got and you want to come up with it soon?
Yeah, so you just no. So the bonds when you add them always just say someone has a bond with me. Then you just change it to whatever
Yeah.
sort of fits.
But the bond is kind of like a developing story point that might happen in the future. Or might develop in the future.
What about you, Dryden? Do you feel you've done any of your bonds?
No.
I'm inclined to agree. Looking at your bonds, to be honest, yeah, I don't think any of them happened.
I mean, if it. Nah.
nah.
I'm the only thing. I mean, I don't know if this counts as doing a bond. Maxwell is woefully misinformed about the world. I will teach him all I can. I'm starting to see Maxwell's view seems to be pretty successful. That
You're joining the church.
I think it might be going the wrong way, but I think I'll if he carries on like that next time, then I think that bond is gonna mutate into Maxwell is showing us the way forward.
Maxwell is God.
Something.
We
Stop
just,
He's a force of nature, certainly, or a force of chaos. I'm not quite sure.
we just need two more bonds from Maxwell then, right? Based off of this session. If anyone has any suggestions at all.
So yeah, so I've done one more bond for myself. because I did one of mine. So I've got that the songs written about Maxwell were unfair, and he deserves songs about how kind he is.
Nice.
We do.
Is Charlie got his hand up like a teaching for a question?
No, I'm just stretching.
Stretching.
There's a wall here.
Oh, I thought he had his hand up like he just wanted to answer a question. Think. Could I have a? Do you make your bonds up then?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have a think of it if you want for next session. That's cool. Just 2 more based on whatever happened this session. So the next one is anyone that fulfilled their alignment.
I definitely did.
I
No
literally
mercy to a criminal. I
started the
killed
session
those Zips
by
and
doing
Skellies.
Oh yeah, Victor absolutely did. Yeah.
I endangered myself following the precepts of my god, Church or God.
Yeah, that definitely works.
Yeah, I performed my art to aid someone else. Definitely, I did a few Heelys.
Yeah.
Well, you also tried to sing the glass shattered, which maybe aided us. I don't think it actually aided
I
us.
also
but
think it's entirely possible that Edwin is shifting from good to chaotic, but you know,
you can change your alignment, right?
yeah. I'm not sure.
Anyone else
sure he's
fulfill their
quite there.
alignment?
I denied mercy to those imps.
I must say, I'm slightly surprised that you are chaotic. So
Yeah,
you're good.
yeah, you did, Maxwell. I agree.
Is that 1 XP as well?
Yeah. And then finally we do. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Don't charge through doors.
This
Oh, I
dungeon
feel like it
is
went. I feel like it went quite well.
scary.
I would say the
Don't hit-
existence of the dungeon keepers in general.
The existence of the dungeon keeper, the fact that there's something from outside this world here.
Yeah, the fact, yeah, from a world that
Another
contains
plane
a Barbados.
Everyone gains an XP for that then.
Oh, nice.
Did we overcome a notable monster or enemy?
Yes.
Gelatinous
Gelatinous
cube.
cube count.
Gelatinous cube is
Yeah.
the enemy.
Definitely.
I feel like it does count. Yeah, because that's like, yeah.
So everyone gains another XP for that.
Ooh.
Enemy of friendship.
And did we loot a memorable treasure?
Nearly, but that ghost
No.
stole my
We're
sword.
gonna get
Yeah.
that
Me and
sword.
Victor say we looted Edwin to our faith.
Oh, I think that might be a reach.
I don't agree.
I like that.
Which I think leaves everyone other than Dryden. Dryden needs 1 more XP.
What were Dryden's bonds? Or his alignment?
His alignment was spread a dangerous new idea.
In down while enemies come at you.
Yeah.
His
Unfortunately,
bonds
I don't think
are-
a dagger counts as an idea.
No.
I did spread an idea to stay.
Pring has felt the hellish touch of fire. Now they know my strength.
Mm.
I will teach Victor the true meaning of sacrifice. And I cast something into the fire for Maxwell and still owe them their due.
Does he not have one with me?
No.
Well, that.
The Emulator, you start with 3 bonds.
Oh. That's a shame.
But 1 more XP during that combat. I think it's Pring 1 shot as well.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I'm on 6 or 7? 7 maybe?
7, yeah.
13.
Did you add your XP from the other stuff, Bill?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Just that feels much better at casting spells than I am. That's the main difference.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't rolled that many times, and yeah, I tend to make the rolls,
Yeah, I failed a lot of spells.
and I can't claim I've used magic to cause terror and fear. I don't think. In fact, if anything,
Boat over. Did you magically push it over?
no.
It was done with your staff, right? That counts as
It's all magic. Magic is everything. Magic's an attitude. But yeah, but I wasn't trying to cause terror and fear other than in myself. I was just seeing if it was real. I kind of was expecting it to be a mirage.
Yeah, me too, to be fair. I definitely expected you to just...
Yeah.
So...
But,
Oh, it's just fun,
yeah.
though.
No,
That
I
was
will.
fun.
I will get there.
Yeah. We'll get you guys a little bit more XP
Yeah.
next session, and then we'll have a little level up. It'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Little
Have a
level
little
up
sit
party.
down for 8 hours in this
Yeah.
slime room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the skeletons won't come back. It's fine.
Yeah,
That's alright.
and we'll just sort the
shut the
ghost out
door.
first.
Yeah, it's fine. I told you I can dispel ghosts with my voice.
Excellent.
It's a well-known fact that ghosts do not like reggae music, so I'm on it.
I have
Someone
had
once
that.
told me that the ghost filled with knowledge. Find out who the ghost follows first. Someone
That's
taught me that we
smart.
should speak before we.
Unfortunately,
warned.
That's true.
I have already started playing reggae music, so it's too late.
once the rhythm
Once it starts, it doesn't stop. I'm
Yeah.
afraid.
Well, I gotta run.
Yep.
That was a blast.
That
was really good.
I have
Yeah,
to pick
next
Libby
week.
up in a minute, so I will also disappear.
Right,
Cheers,
see you later.
folks.
See you later.
Cheers, guys.